All right, let's rock, people. Let's rock. Let's talk football. What we got here? Boy, kicking it with you for probably about an hour and a half or something like that. Let's unpack everything that happened yesterday. So it's the pop-up shop. I told you guys to always be on your job. Be on your JO. You never know when I'll pop up. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get the notifications or whatever it is, because you just never know when I'll pop up. So I kind of like what was going on yesterday morning because I felt kind of chillaxed. That's still a word, you know what I'm saying? It's like 1988 word, chillaxed. So I was good. The haters wasn't really out in mass like that. So let's talk football. Let's not talk fashion. Let's not talk any about that. From now on, if you're not talking football, man, I'm just gonna block you. I don't want to talk about clothes. I don't want to satiate your little stevia-based desires or anything like that. I just want to talk football. Everybody else, man, they be wanting to crack these cornball jokes and stuff like that, and they barely talking football. I'm the opposite. I just want to talk football. Can we do that? Can we please do that? So, all right, man. I feel like a whole bunch of Gator people about to be. And Gator people, man, y'all got to do a little bit better with these contents, man. Get these bad boys passed around and stuff like that. I'm giving you guys a shot to be one of the primary covers here. This content has to produce, right? It just has to produce. You better come up in here and start producing yourself manually, if you get what I'm saying. So, all right, got a lot of people in here. Owen in here, Mike Nelson in here, Maurice up in here. Who else is in here from the Ranch Squad? Adam's in here. Jonathan, JC up in here. What up, JC? Trimble in here, Random Bush, Tristan Baker, Roderick up in here, Michael Kelly up in here, Joshua Walker, Peyton, Logan, Mike Nelson. Thank you for the super chat. LSU versus Auburn. How you feeling? You too early, bro. You know that we do that on those Thursday videos or those late in the week videos. That's what we do, the picks and stuff, man. We got code here. We follow code. We like those house inspector people. They be following code. Owen in here, Wavy DC up in here. Wavy DC, I don't know about Wavy DC, man. He one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you feel like somebody owe you something. I feel like Wavy DC owe me something. He was up there talking about he about to join the Patreon. It's like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I got Coach K calling me right here. Hold on, man. Yo, what up, bro? Hey, I'm on the live stream right now. I'm gonna call you back. Hey. Really? No, you didn't. All right, I'm gonna hit you back after the stream. All right. Hold on. Y'all got anything y'all want to ask Coach K out here? Any one of you people want to ask Coach K something? I'm talking to the live stream people. What up? Y'all want Coach K to come back with his podcast? They want you to come back, bro. You gonna make a comeback? Coach K said he got a lot to talk about. Hold on. Coach K, you on speaker. What up? They said, what up, Coach K?
What's going on? I just want to talk about the lack of accountability in college football. Some of these programs have guys that can screw up every week, multiple pass interference calls, keep getting beat deep, allowing sacks. All of this stuff keeps happening, and they don't fear that they're going to get pulled. So that's why it keeps happening. Where's the accountability in college football?
No accountability. And you're saying this throughout college football in general?
Throughout college football in general. You watch it. You keep watching it every Saturday. You keep seeing the same teams keep playing mediocre, and you wonder why, because they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. But guess what? The same guys keep getting rolled out every Saturday.
Yeah, on this live stream right here, we say those people have naked picks, right? So when you have naked picks of the coach,
yeah, you do whatever you want to do. Right.
All right, Coach, man, I'm gonna hit you back. All right. All right, bro. There you have it. So who out there is Coach K talking about? Who out there has some people that need to be gone off their team? That there's no accountability. Which teams these days are not holding themselves accountable for what goes on out there on that field? That can go for the coaching staff as well. DeLance, says Logan. Coley got them naked picks. Tyler Simmons. Coach talk about coaches. Tyler Simmons. Tennessee needs to get rid of some players. Dang, how many Tennessee people? Coley, DeLance. Maurice, man, don't you see that we're doing? Maurice, kind of strange, bro. You're gonna have to relax, man. Did you see I just had Coach K on the thing? You think people want to talk about? We're gonna get the super chat, bro. Thank you for the super chat, Maurice. Florida needs to work on run defense during the bye. For sure. No doubt about that. DeLance, I hate that dude. You shouldn't hate the dude. You know what I mean? You should dislike his game, but for sure. I totally agree with Coach K. Hold players accountable so they can improve their game. DB playing college football irritates me. I tell people all the time, man, it's such a dearth of great DBs or great DB coaches. Like it's a rarity. Like people have convinced themselves that that you can't defend a back shoulder fade. You know why you can't? You think Darrelle Revis has trouble defending a back shoulder fade, or when he was Darrelle Revis? I don't know. He was like a walking corpse of himself his last couple of years. But when he was a real, no way, because he's always in phase and he's always in tune exactly what to do. Cornerback play is about routine, right? It's just what it is. It's just a routine. Every time somebody does something, you react this certain way. So it's just about reps and experience and stuff like that. That's why these people are passing the ball all up and down the field. These schemes are elementary school. It's the cornerback play is so terrible. It is so terrible. I feel bad for some of these quarterbacks because I think they're going to have a rude awakening in the NFL. A lot of these guys are getting their NFL hype based off of college-style offenses where they're throwing to wide open players. Defensive backs coaches are so scared, or DCs are so scared. They have 8-9 yard cushions, playing shuffle, butt to the sideline, opening up the gate, playing outside leverage and everything like that. This shit don't happen like that in the NFL. It's just way different. So that's what I'm saying, man. Hopefully that stuff doesn't hinder it. But you can even see in someone like Baker Mayfield. I think his second year, he's having a lot more trouble now that the book is out on him and stuff like that. Can you switch your pitch? A lot of these guys, like a Sam Darnold, he played more in a pro-style offense, right? I can see that helping him in the NFL. Like I'm saying, there's a lot of stuff that people don't really think about. There you go. Dustin Huff said cornerback is muscle memory. Hot Rod says Murph, the dog's gonna run all over them Gators, bro. Bradley says Hot Rod on some drugs. The Gators winning, bro. All right, y'all about to get this popping already, huh? I see. Jeremy Pruitt has naked pics of himself. Dang, y'all want Pruitt gone? Willie Taggart definitely has naked pics of the chancellor of Florida State. He made sure he got them immediately when he caught that man that night when they were celebrating. He got him liquored up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get him liquored up, get these pics popping. So that way, you know, when they figure out that I can't coach and that I damn near had a losing record when I got to Florida State, I have leverage. Dust says you got to play press coverage. These people are scared to death to actually touch receivers. Hands-on man. What we at in life, man? Hands-on man. CJ Henderson needs to play with more urgency. I don't know what to say about CJ Henderson, man. You guys tried to dog me because he's like, Eric Stokes is as good as CJ Henderson. When I did that face-off series, now what? He's easily as good as CJ Henderson. JBE says he loves the press. Why is this man so weird? I feel bad for he had them nice videos. His wife is nice and stuff like that, but JBE weird as hell. She just be like, man, I married a weird dude. Stingley got torched against UF. Random Dan said, I said Coley was a beast OC and he isn't up. Random Dan, please find where I said that he was I hate when people do that. That's the goofiest stuff ever. I mean, everything that I say, right? You only know me from stuff that's on video. Produce where I said that. And exactly, receipts. These people that are in my own freaking Patreon site will tell you, they're like, what? Produce receipts. I've never said that. I was the one that said that man was average as hell at Miami. Now, obviously, I have to go through and show what he does in his what could translate. I said that he throws some screens and stuff like that, but you did a video on it. I did a video on his concepts. What are you talking about? Can people not parse out what is actually going on in life? I have to do a video on it. I covered this damn team. I never said that this man was a beast. I said that, come on, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. These people don't even freaking understand life. Go ahead, find it. Coley is a beast. Get out of here. Type in top billing and James Coley. I said he was a beast, and I wanted Derek Dooley. I said he was a beast, and I said, like, why the hell would you let Jim Chaney go? Like, just come on, man. Thanks for the videos and the film study. Being a football coach, it's nice to see someone recognizing the trench work. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. What's your take on Florida moving on? I don't understand the question right there. Besides the content that I did this morning, are y'all watching the content on the site, or y'all just like live streams? Tevin says saying Stingley got torched is ridiculous. I'm not sure about that. It wasn't like what would you like for them to say? He did not have that good a game. He had some good plays, but they were literally targeting him. Logan says Stingley gave up like 6 catches in a row. This dude is saying, did you watch the hate when people, that's the goofiest thing ever. Penn State, I don't, there's not much to think. I think Penn State is the goods. Penn State is what I tell you. I love teams with defensive line of scrimmage play and people that have great interior defense. They have great players on each level, right? Maybe you can say something suspect about the defensive backs, but that front seven is one of the best in the country, man. Cam Brown and Micah Pittman and Etor Gross-Matos, and I'm telling you, these boys are loaded. And I saw that. I did that work on them, and the content didn't pop off, so I couldn't go on with it. But I said it before. I was like, man, I think people are sleeping on Penn State. I took a good week out of my schedule during the summer, and I picked certain teams that I thought that could ball out. So a lot of this stuff you're seeing is not coming to fruition, or it's coming to fruition, but I did my due diligence on it. So I would go back. I did the spring game thing, but I went back and looked like the final 3 games of the season and watched those and really try to project exactly. Like, it's a science to what I'm doing. I don't know. People don't understand that. People be on this little goofy fanboy stuff, but I be on my JO, man. I'm on my job with it. You can say whatever you want to say about my attitude. I'm cocky or whatever like that, but you can't say that I don't put in work. But that's why I'm cocky, because I put in that work, baby. Thoughts on trash? What we talking about here, man? How much y'all want me to think about trash? I done did like 18 trash content pieces. I'm confused. I don't know. We still talking about Florida State. I think it might be time to I think it might be time to fold up the tent, baby. While we still talking about Florida State. Ty Billing, what's your thoughts on FSU maybe giving Jordan Travis a shot? I said give Jordan Travis a shot when I did the spring game content. Y'all were the ones that was saying how great James Blackman is and stuff like that. I'm like, well, what about the rhythm and timing portion of an offense? You can't just go deep all the time. I like Jordan Travis's ability to deliver within the framework of a rhythm and timing offense, and I thought that's what Kendall Bras want to do. Young Coke, what up? JBE says, when are you not working? I have to always work, man. I'm running my own company, so I'm always working. So that's why you guys are seeing it. I'm putting in work every day, barely been able to do anything else. Nobody cares about you and this Big Ten is trash thing, dude. That's why you got to keep saying it. Nobody cares about that. Are they outside of Ohio State, the Big Ten is trash? But what is Penn State doing? Penn State balling. Wasn't like Michigan was blown out by Penn State. What's up with the emojis, bro? Too many emojis. You know what I'm saying? I give you 1 or 2 times to do an emoji, but then when you keep doing the emojis, I'll be like, something ain't right with this dude. Thoughts on Todd says Mizzou is trash. What, lost to Vanderbilt? I don't know if y'all see this, man. I think it's just a lot more parity in college football, right? Yeah, we are on early today, Jalil. We in here. And somebody got they gone. Jimmy Wyatt, thanks for all the film study. Appreciate you. Salute. UGA barely beat UK. They beat them 21-0. They barely beat them. UK didn't. The UK didn't score. It was an abhorrent. Did you watch football? Hold on, where this dude at? Did y'all time him out or something? No, let's put some of these dudes. Let's put some of these dudes. Where we at, bro? Who said this? Mason, did you actually watch the game? Nobody said it was hot seat time. I'm loaded. Where we at? I'm loaded. I'm full of that water. Some of these dudes are full of that woody. I'm full of that water. Where he at? JC in the house. What up, JC? Thank you for the super chat. Where's this dude at? I want to know how Georgia barely beat UK and they beat them 21-0. Did y'all time him out or something? He must be timed out. All right. Some goofy dudes in here now. Yeah, I know, right? When you Conley, when you do different times, you didn't never know who'll show up. All kinds of people showing up that they ain't never ever. They just saw a live chat, I think. What up, Tyler? How you doing, man? Eric Green, much respect, big dog. I like your work. Salute, Eric. Thank you for the super chat. Mason deleted his message after you called him out. He did delete his message. But I do want to know how they barely beat him if you couldn't even score. There's a thing in football called defense, right? So everybody's piping up all these teams as gangster as people. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's so casual. People love these teams. They score 66 points and stuff like that, right? I'm the complete opposite. I love teams that hold teams to 10 and 17 points. That's the same exact thing to me as scoring 66 points. Because guess what? We've seen it time and time again. This shit is nothing new, right? We've seen all these Hawaiis and all even Alabama last year, right? Scoring 70 points, this and that, not playing in the full quarter. Two of them got to touch the full quarter. Then you play the team with defense and it's a shell. You get shell shocked. You are completely shell shocked, right? Because you're not used to that. Georgia offers that, if anything, if not anything else. Otis says, love the content, Todd Billings. Shout out to you, Otis. You're going to have to get off that woody, though, man. I think you've been drinking this morning. You come on, bro. You got to learn the scope. Like if you never been up in somewhere, like, why not learn the scope of it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me do my due diligence or whatever like that, right? And then learn, like, what's going on or something like that. Would you go up in a church, right? Like a Baptist church, and you go in there talking about like Allah and all that like that? It's not going to go well. You got to learn the scope of what's going on. We do picks later on in the week. That's what we'll do. And we do picks later on in the week, and we do it if those teams are playing each other. We'll talk about that content when that time arrives. Because if we do it now, then what are we going to do then? Terrio Dawson in the house. Shout outs for the super chat. My man. The Wisconsin loss, yeah, man, that was tough. Like I said, we're getting parity. You can't take these teams lightly. All these teams are just looking forward to the next week. And you can't do that. I'm sorry. None of these teams, to me, are built to where you can just overlook a team. Even the LSU game, that Mississippi State is trash dookie, right? But Mississippi State had to have shown you some stuff that made it look a little bit different. It wasn't 66 points scored by LSU in that manner, right? You can't overlook these teams, man. You can't. Georgia did it. Wisconsin did it. All these teams did it. Some of these teams survived. Texas with Kansas. Some of these teams survived. Some of them don't. The spread has made most teams equal. Oh, man, we ain't do the like thing? Thumbs up, man. I'm about bad. What's up with the people in there, man? Y'all got to tell everybody to hit the thumbs up and then let me know you hit the thumbs up, baby. Let's get it to 100. 0 to 100. Otis hit it. Peyton hit it. As a Gator fan, I'm worried about Swift in the Georgia running game. You should be. That running game from South Carolina pales in comparison to what Georgia can do on the ground. So I'll be interested to say who is the actual underdog in this particular game, because this is crazy. Dustin says Les Miles is a good coach. Les Miles is beyond a good coach, man. People like their stuff a certain way. Les Miles is one of the most successful coaches in the history of college football. Let's not ever forget that. People think that when you're old or you doing something that somebody else is not doing. He runs his offense his way or whatever like that, but the guy is a great coach. I don't ever understood that. If I had a son, that's exactly who I want him to play for, would be Les Miles. I don't have a son. My boy Coach K got a son. I want him to play for Les Miles. Love all of your team content and breakdowns. Can you break down the OU defense the last couple of games, please? Verbally, or you want me to do something? I told you I was going to come with some OU content. It should be coming sometime this week, I would imagine. So I know Oklahoma people are mad and stuff like that, but I told you I don't cover any other team that Oklahoma covers, that Oklahoma plays. So it's tough for me to just crank out Oklahoma content. Think about this. obviously I do Georgia stuff. It helps me with the Florida stuff, which helps me with the, you know what I'm saying? It's just easier. You know what I mean? I'm only one person. Where we at? We're only at 102, man. Get these thumbs up popping, man. Let's get it to 150. I see all you people in here, and some of you people still chatting and even touch the thumbs up button. CJ is not that amazing. Nah, man. He's got to play better, but you got a bye week. Maybe he gets healthy. We know we've seen him do it before. If he's on his game, if Marco Wilson is better, think of how great Florida can be. That LSU game should have showed you guys something, right? Stuff is different from away and home and neutral. It is. I'm usually not the guy to really care about that. Just me personally, I didn't care. I like playing away. That would be my thing. I like being a villain. But I think in a neutral site game, Murph, if you were UGA's OC, what would you run? If I was UGA's OC, meaning if I'm Coley or if I'm just myself, Georgia on my mind. What up, Jal? Answer that, Georgia on my mind. If you're trying to ask me if I was Coley or if they just hired me. Early spread for UGA Florida. I don't understand what that means, to be honest with you. I have no idea what the gambling stuff meant. I was like, Les Miles is the truth. I think people are finally realizing that, man. I'm a Les Miles guy through and through. Where's Georgia on my mind? Where you at, man? Can you follow up with that? If I was Coley. Coley's got to run what he runs. That's what I'm saying. Y'all want Coley to be different than what he is. Speaking of, where's that damn dude that said I said Coley was a beast? So somebody remind me what his name is. That kind of stuff right there makes me mad. Coley's got to run what he runs. He doesn't know to do anything different than what he does. You got to hire people who does something different, right, to get different results. Coley is doing what Coley does. This is looking very much like what Miami looked like, in my opinion. He's not that imaginative. I don't know what to tell you. So I took a step back, right, and really checked out, and I can understand it being raining and everything like that, and having to do what they had to do yesterday. Sometimes you just got to survive in advance, right? You can see the limitations in Georgia's team. We've said it before. The receivers cannot beat man coverage, so now everybody's going to want to play man coverage against them, and that's what it's going to be, man. So probably why risk that, right? Because you're going to have to throw in the super tight windows in the rain because they're not getting open. So maybe just rushing the ball, right? When I just took a step back and kind of rewatched a little bit of yesterday, I can kind of see where they were going with that. So I'm the type to be neutral on it. And in the moment, I was like, what the hell is this? Just spread the field and throw. But it was a torrential downpour. So, and they know their team better than we know their team. So we must not forget that. Robert Brown says, do you host a website? What does that mean, bro? And what would that do for me to host a website? I'm ready for a downpour in Jacksonville in 2 weeks. Damn, why you say that, man? It's going to rain in Jacksonville in 2 weeks. Why you say that? Why you trying to jinx it? All them 5-star UGA got to do better. Should Damian Pierce be RB1? Should he be RB1? Nah, I don't think he should be RB1, but he should just be rotated in accordingly, right? Hey, I'm asking if you have a website or just on YouTube. I'm saying, so you see me on YouTube, you're literally able to talk to me on YouTube. What would the website do? I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Should I have a website? Because you literally talking to me right here. I don't think you talk to me in a website. Brandon Little, thank you for the super chat, bro. Or you just being nosy? I mean, what we doing here? Yeah, they just got to rotate. I don't know why people care about who starts at running back. You can start at running back. Yeah, I definitely have a Patreon, but that's not a website. That is a pay site dedicated to one specific team. Are you talking about just a website, period? Because everybody should know about the Patreon. Website is so 1990s. I'm pretty sure there's still stuff to do popping for a website. I'm just asking the man the question, should I have one? Just like when people kept asking me about Instagram. I'm like, should I get an Instagram? People ask me about, I'm a businessman. Mikhail says top billing to ya. Gene DeLance is trash. Oh, this is real late. I've been getting on Gene DeLance since I started the Florida content about a month ago. Tyler says, do I have a Craigslist? It's the top 10 things that they want Murph to have that instead of just talking to Murph on, and these the dudes ain't even super chatted. He asked me about a website. Won't you super chat? They say they want me to get Instagram. They want me to get Craigslist. That we can get to see more. So definitely won't be getting an Instagram. I do not want to let grown men look at me take pictures of myself. Not my style. Get enough fans that web traffic could generate ad income. I'm literally on a video platform, right, that generates ad income. Is this dude tripping? This dude, I think Jermaine is high as a kite. How many ads do you see on this? This couldn't be a bigger platform for ad revenue. The channel is actually doing extremely well. What are we talking about here? That's what I'm saying. You got to give me something that matters or that makes sense. Does LSU offer Joe Brady OC and money so don't lose him? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But how long is he going? They want me to join the Black Planet. I'm about to get my Black Planet on. Y'all check out my Black Planet profile from 1996. Yeah, but even we hate Ensminger. Damn, why you hate Steve Ensminger? What did he do wrong? Blackpeoplemeet.com. Y'all want me to be on that? I'm going to be on blackpeoplemeet.com and Black Planet. Because it could generate ad revenue, even though I'm on freaking a Google-based platform that is literally based on ads. Private Snap. What is that? They want me on Private Snap. Insta get you that clout. Got you. What is clout? I don't know what that means because I don't care about it. Is Clemson overrated? I don't think Clemson's overrated. Clemson keep beating people. I don't know what you want them to do. Can't say that Moon played out of position all game. What does that mean? I never understood that. They said that Moon was taking over for John Grenard or something like that. Moon was playing his position. I'm confused. Murph don't listen to these dudes. Most of them be on Farmers Only. Should I be on Farmers Only? Is that ad revenue? ETN or Cam Akers. We done did this 50 times, Maurice. Maurice is the worst, best friend you can have ever on the internet. Cam Akers, Maurice, for the 45th time. Moon was covering receivers pretty deep yesterday. Moon always does that. That's what he can do. He can't rush the passer. Moon, that's the guy that I'm going to be honest with you. I think Jeremiah Moon is a little overrated. He looks the part, but there's so many of these guys looking the part. Kaylavon Chason, everybody's like, Murph, did you see what Kaylavon did against Florida? I'm like, all right, he had a few good plays, but it didn't look dominant to me, right? I've seen dominant. You see Chase Young when he plays? Chase Young, he looks like he makes every defensive play, for real. Kaylavon Chason made a few plays in the Florida game, and then I watched the game yesterday, and he's non-existent. Did he even have a tackle yesterday? That's what I'm saying. Where's the consistency of it? Mari Burney, oh my God. Y'all see this dude covering downfield, covering receivers downfield as a linebacker? That kid has some serious wheels. And then he turned and located, right? He's doing everything that we want these cornerbacks to do. As soon as the guy freaking look, he turns around and locates and makes a PBU in a guy's hip pocket like he's a cornerback. This dude is a 230-pound linebacker? My God. Moon is good, but not great. That's what I'm saying. So people front like Moon is great. If he's good to me, then he's overrated. Not saying he's trash by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think he has the ability to be the front, your number one guy, at least not at this particular point in time. I did like what I saw from that guy I told you, Chris Bogle. That's the kid that I like. I like Chris Bogle a lot. I like what I saw from Carter when he got in the game. Did y'all see? Y'all had asked me about a situational pass rusher. What is his name? Muhammad Diabate? Is it Muhammad or Mahmoud or whatever like that? That's the guy. There's a ton of freaking speed in that Gators. Moon is not an elite rusher. That's what I said. He's not an elite rusher at all. Kaylavon had a good game yesterday, top billing. All right, so let me put Peyton on the hot seat. What is a great game to you? Somebody look up Kaylavon chasing stats, right? I don't do stats. Stats will just support your argument. I watched the game. I did not notice Kaylavon Chason. He was not taking over the game, and that was Mississippi State, a team that just literally lost to Tennessee. Can somebody look out and see what Kaylavon Chason did yesterday? And I think we might have to pink slip this dude. Your life's on the line. Your life's on the line. Y'all remember the wishbone? That's what UGA's offense looks like. That's what it looked like yesterday, JC, for sure. But it was raining, man. So what y'all want him to do? Delpit is starting to look like his old self, Murph Agree. I said that in the Florida game. Is Monty Rice too small? If he's too small, then everyone else, then the Kobe Dean's too small because he's bigger than the Kobe Dean. Bernie did it all. I like Amari Bernie, and that's situational too because he got Ventrell Miller who looks like a boss, and David Reese is the man, Mr. Freeze. Every time he hits somebody, they be frozen. Everyone ran wishbone in Little League. Where would I rate Eric Stokes? Do we gotta do this again? And Eric Stokes is top 2 or 3, I would imagine. AJ Terrell, Eric Stokes, Jeff Okuda, Damon Arnett, Sean Wade, all these guys. They're top 5, top 3. Still got to put CJ Henderson in there though, because I know he has it. What I think of Conley, Chris Conley, I thought he was a pretty good receiver. Because if you're asking me about Coley, come on, I done answered this Coley stuff about 15 million times. I'm sure why people come in, they be coming in late, and then they ask a generic question like, "Come in late, and you know what I'm saying? Take the scope of what's going on." I said before, I don't like. I'm not a big James Coley guy. Stingley, Surtain, Fulton, Henderson. Oh, I forgot about Christian Fulton. Stingley, Surtain, Fulton, and Henderson. Right now, I'm going to say. Man, I'll be honest with you. I think all 4 of them look a little suspect or whatever like that. Rank them according. See, that's what you're saying. When you rank them, am I doing a projection-based ranking, a talent-based ranking? Because just because somebody may be playing the best right now doesn't mean I think they'll be playing the best ultimately, or that means that I think that they have the most talent. If you gave me, I'll do it this way. This is what I like to do something. If I was an NFL general manager, who would I take? Dang, that's tough. From a talent standpoint, man, I'm going to say Henderson. Henderson, Stingley, Fulton, and then Surtain. I'm going to go like that. Surtain do be getting cooked a lot. When you have to start it off with your man that's getting cooked a lot, I don't know. Chasen had 2 tackles yesterday. All right, so where's the person that said that Chasen had a good game, right? Because that was definitely just rooted in fandom. Like, it's okay for you to just be truthful about the situation. Where was that particular person at? Can you raise your hand and say it was you that said that Chasen had a good game? Gosh, with the limited offense, not doing anything extra with the passing, can UJ still win a championship? They almost won it in 2017. The offense was limited in just this one game. I know that's funny. They said something about the offense for the previous game, and I'm like, man, they had a ton of offense. Jake Fromm damn near threw for 300 yards in that game. I'm confused about that. Are we going to go game by game basis? Because I don't think of a torrential downpour game to that being translated to every single game that they played, because they played plenty of games previous to that, and it looked a lot different. So it showed me that they're able to win in multiple fashions, right? The defense is going to be there. Defense wins championships. I hate to break it to people. Clemson didn't win last year and beat Alabama, an Alabama team that everybody thought was going to beat it because of offense. It limited Alabama's offense. Defense is still going to be the key. And I still don't see too many people playing defense better than Georgia. So first and foremost, we'll get from that. But if we're going to just take everything to mean the game against Kentucky when it was circumstantial, then if that's the case, then yeah, Georgia has no chance. But if we're being realistic about it, they're not going to play like they did in the torrential downpour. Now, they do have deficiencies, I believe, with the receiving core, but there's ways to scheme around that, right? And you know that they're going to always be able to run the ball. Georgia can still very much win the national championship. Thank you for your super chat, my man. Murph, what you think about, man, this thing is going way too fast. Hey, man, we got a lot of people up in here for it to only be, come on, man, this is, I should have been did this probably. Let's get these thumbs up popping, man. Let's try to get this bad boy to 200. I see new people coming. I can't even keep up with the chat. It's going too fast. So I know a whole bunch of people are watching this. And usually when it's stuff like that, that means a whole bunch of people are lurking too. So all you lurkers, you internet people that hate me, but you still watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for your boy. At least do me that favor. Let's get it to 200. Y'all gonna have to super chat because I'm gonna be honest with you, this thing is moving way too fast. I can't keep up. Surtain got cooked so bad yesterday. I don't know what to tell you. Put it in slow mode. What is that? Participants pile. I don't see nothing that says slow mode, bro. There is literally nothing that says slow mode right here. Most hated dude on YouTube. People always hate you when you pop it, man. You know who else was the most hated dude in boxing? Floyd Mayweather. I want to see Marco Flash next game show everybody he's still that guy. He needs to do it immediately because he's looking like he is definitely not that guy. I would like to see Trey Dean play in Marco's spot. Not or just Kyer Elam. I would like to see Kyer Elam get that start. It's probably hard to do that to Marco because I don't know. JR Fly, what up? They creeping, says JC. They do. They be creeping. They be watching, though. You seen the dude? How many of these dudes pop up? Some dude was coming in here bragging about getting blocked 4 different times. Trey Dean ain't ready for the island. Trey Dean is probably, it's not, Trey Dean is ready for the island because the island is a little bit different than playing in a slot. Slot, you have two-way goals. You have infinite amount of space, right? There's just traffic there, but it's a two-way goal and you can't jam somebody. At the very least, a long guy like Trey Dean, 6'3", nearly 200 pounds, with the sideline helping him out, that's a better position for him. Obviously, safety is his most natural position, but he does not need to be playing on the inside, right? Only if it's due to him blitzing and stuff like that. But these guys that play on the inside like that, man, I know that everybody wants everybody to be Minka Fitzpatrick, but he had a little something different about himself, right? I like him on the blitzing and everything like that, but man, him covering actual, let me see. South Carolina wasn't necessarily blessed with that type of a throw game for it to really matter and affect him. Some of these other teams are definitely blessed in that manner. Justin Healy up in there. What up, Justin? Going off that woody though, I'd imagine. Early in the morning, woody too. Delpit cut from the same cloth. Some of y'all got Trey messed up. What that mean, Mikkel? James Wade, when is your breakdown on the LSU Auburn matchup? I would imagine this week, right? That's the game Saturday. We'll definitely be getting to that this week. When Felipe Franks comes back from injury, do you think Mullen will bench Trask? He won't be coming back this year, so I'm confused. He'll be good, I would imagine, during the summer. Then they'll have a competition. So I don't think it'll be about benching him. It'll be about who wins it. He's crazy if he benches Trask. Y'all keep thinking it'd be a benching, like they would just automatically sit him down. I'm pretty sure that he will give him an opportunity to try to win his job back. Let's be real about here. Kyle Trask is very good, but Kyle Trask throws a lot of interceptions. I think he throws more interceptions than Felipe Franks does. We're not gonna forget about it was negated, but he threw a pick 6 in the LSU game. It got negated, right? And you do another one. You know what I'm saying? Some of these are getting negated, so he will give it to the other team as well. So, but I do think that he's a better fit, in my opinion, than Felipe, but not perfect. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure Emory Jones will play against UGA. Emory Jones should have played yesterday, too. They got to keep that rhythm going. I don't know if you think LSU's defense has stepped up or is Mississippi State just bad? You wondering if Mississippi State is just bad? I'm confused. Mississippi State lost to Tennessee. They already had 3 losses coming into the game. The defense didn't step up. Mississippi State's not good. We have a decent sample size of some of these teams, and that will be one of them, and had 3 losses prior to playing LSU. It does not have a good offense. Fat Five needs more reps, man. I agree. Get him some reps. Get him some reps. Fulton pick trash. Yeah, that was that pick 6. Not doing playoff predictions. There's no need to do it. Let these teams play each other, and then we can do that. Murph, Gus opened up the running game, so DJ Williams had him a good debut. And I told you, y'all were asking me about who should get them reps. I was wondering about DJ. How did Cam Martin do? How did the Prodigy do? Dr. Pressure has been on ice for 2 weeks. What you mean by sending them blitzes? He had some good stuff yesterday. Trey Dean got him one. First SEC coach fired. I don't care about that. With Kadarius Toney back for the Georgia game, it'll help Kyle Trask. Is he going to be back, though? You Florida people be like killing me with that. You always tell me somebody's back, and then I'll be like, yes, they're back. Then they don't be back. All right, Logan. Take care, bro. Georgia won't be winning a championship this year. Offense too simple. Always good to hear the football opinions of strangers, right? So then you be like, yeah, if this were real life, you might think I'd be talking football with these people. Not a chance. Won't you mention the defense and the line of scrimmage? That's where football is won. Jacob Gore, I love your stuff, Murph. You legit, bro. Go Gators. Shout outs to Jacob. I think Mac Jones / Leah. Oh, I thought you was making a joke there. I thought you was going for it. / Leah Tungavaloa could be a productive tandem if used correctly. Obligatory Brenton Cox thing. Somebody said that Copeland was better than Toney. They're different. I don't even know why you would have to even compare the two. Not only that, they play for the same team. Am I interested in coaching in college? Not a chance, bro. I'm interested in continuing to do and build my media platform. This is what I'm from. This is my passion. Media is my passion. Just because your first time seeing me doesn't mean it's my first time being in existence. I'm 6 years into a professional media career. Man said Georgia all day. What does they got to do anything, bro? Can you come with some actual like substance? Can we talk football here, not chili? Gator Nation, stand up. Thanks for all you do, sir. Thank you. But let's talk football. Where we at? I have no clue when Kadarius Toney is coming back. I'm not. That's not my avenue. Pennsylvania Payne, he needs a pink slip. Prodigy had 4 total touchdowns. He did. Let's go, Prodigy. Kadarius Toney probably out for the season. Maurice back. LSU had trouble in the red zone. Can Auburn expose that? In which fashion did they have trouble in the red zone? Are you saying defensively or offensively? Oh, Pennsylvania, the Dr. Pepper Fansville. They letting somebody from Dr. Pepper Fansville get off. Where's J.R. Fly at, man? J.R. Fly is my new henchman. He should be on these Dr. Pepper Fansville people. Offensively. LSU had trouble offensively? And then you know that's definitely something Auburn can exploit because it can get quick pressure. Now, I saw Mississippi State, right? So Mississippi State still has some good defensive linemen, as we saw Chauncey Rivers and those boys. And it didn't look the same for your man Joe Burrow. There was some times where he was on the ground. He was on the ground for sure. So Auburn definitely presents that and to an even greater degree. So definitely when something is condensed to where the throws have to be a little quicker and you can make them, you can force them to hold on to the ball for a little bit, they can definitely exploit something like that. J.R. Flatt, he said he just got him. J.R. Flatt all late. You've been on J.R. Flatt let you get shot up, and then he be like, I finally got him. No, you've been shot 13 times. Number 15 for Tennessee is a big guy. Gave Bama pounds for sure. Jawan Jennings. I said Jawan Jennings, and then your man Brian Edwards from South Carolina. Those dudes are clones. Big dudes that people just cannot mess with. Not the fastest dudes, but extremely savvy. Great body control, great hands, very physical. I love those dudes. Bama needs 2 of these next 2 weeks. All right, so who do they have the next 2 weeks, Antoine? They need him all the time anyway. He's the quarterback. They need him forever. Thoughts on Chauncey Rivers? What thoughts could we say? I just said Chauncey Rivers is the truth. We been knew that, though. He's from Georgia. He would probably be the best player on Georgia right now. Arkansas in the bye week. Then why would they need him the next 2 weeks? I'm confused. I think they can beat the bye week. Shouldn't need Tua for Arkansas. Kentucky beat Arkansas passing the ball like 4 times. Racked up like 900 yards running the ball. It's time for your boy Najee and Brian Robinson to go to work. Good job, Santee. Do you think about Swift? What the heck? Camo Connor. Is this your first time ever in the history on Top Billing Sports? I want to know. You just like saw that I was live and you just clicked on Camo? Where you at, Camo? Should he be using a slot wide receiver more? I don't think so. Just let Blaylock and those Demetrius Robertson, those guys work there. I want to see him used as an actual running back more. Auburn sleeps on itself. Said yes, sir. Yeah, so you're asking probably the most basic question in the history of questions for this particular channel, my man. I probably have 9,000 things about DeAndre Swift on here, man. What is the appeal of just clicking on the live stream and not actually like being on the channel's content? I don't understand that. No, I'm not even mad. I'm really want to know why some of these questions, like, I would love to improve like the quality of these questions. You have the realest, in-depth, unbiased breakdowns I've seen. Thank you, bro. Funky Bunch Hudson. Colin Thibodeau. Is Pierce a better fit at running back than P-Ron with the turbo UFO line? Better fit? May not be a better fit, but probably just a better talent. So, but they should still be in rotation, man. P-Ron is still a talented running back. He does hit the hole harder, so that maybe if that's what you're saying or whatever like that. But I would still rotate him, right? Still would rotate him. I would still let P-Ron start the game out as well. Dancing in the background, dancing in the backfield. New to your channel, says Roswell. Thank you, bro. Thanks for joining. Why is Gus not using Eli Stove and Will Hastings? It's probably not Gus's fault, man. Your man, the prodigy maybe he's not comfortable throwing there. I remember when Jake Fromm first got in the game with Georgia, I forget who it was. Maybe the tight ends. It was the tight ends. Like Isaac Nada and Jacob Eason had a good rapport. But Jake Fromm did not have a good rapport with Isaac Nada. Pretty much his entire time that he was there, the 2 years that they played together, right? He had a good rapport, though, with like Javon Wims. Like he likes to throw the ball outside the numbers. Some quarterbacks just prefer a certain area to throw the ball to. So sometimes you can't force someone to throw the ball somewhere. My bad, Murph. I looked at the schedule wrong. It's all good, Antoine. They definitely will be that bye week, though. Because Seth and Schwartz are better. What else? Y'all, at least people be cannibalizing their own receivers and their own teams. That'd be killing me. D4 domination. What up? Why they sleep on LSU's run game, Murph? I don't know. Let's see what LSU's run game is looking like against a team that's competitive enough to, you know what I mean, to be balanced. But I do think LSU obviously has a very talented running game because they have talented running backs and a couple of talented offensive linemen. But a team like Mississippi State, I know you're not basing the success on Mississippi State can't compete in that manner. For one, Mississippi State can't score itself. So eventually those defensive players are going to get tired. Merkin, you think Georgia's passing game problems are more on Kirby or Coley? I'm very confused by that question. There's nothing that goes past Coach Smart. He is the judge, jury, and the plaintiff. So it's all on Coach Smart because he hired Coach Coley. Where's the dude that said earlier that said that I said that Coach Coley was the man? I hate when people put words in my mouth. Where is he at? Anybody remember what his name was? Oh, why you get him? I swear to God, B. Some of you dudes, come on, Santee. Why'd you get him out? I want him to answer for his sins. Random Dan. Get Random Dan back in. Damn, man. He's probably gone. We can't even get him back in. Somebody get him back in. I want him to answer for his sins. I want somebody to freaking. He did answer. What'd he say? Random Dan. It is pretty funny, Jalil. Cam Answer's working miracles at FSU. Told you Cam Akers might be the best in the country. I told he was 1B with DeAndre Swift and 1C with Jonathan Taylor. There's not too many people I would take over. Obviously, there's not really anybody I would take over DeAndre Swift. If I did, it would be Cam Akers or Jonathan Taylor. Taggart needs a lifetime contract. Dustin has said that same Taggart joke about 12 times over the last 10 streams. I bet they don't be crying when Coley pulls them 5 stars. Yeah, he be pulling them 5 stars, but what does it matter if you can't coach them up to be 5 stars? Thoughts on Wisconsin losing? Hey, man, terrible. But as we've seen, a lot of parity in college football. You can't overlook teams. But I said this earlier. Can't overlook teams, but, man, I don't get too high, get too low. I told you, I'm not a prisoner of the moment. That was a bad loss. That Michigan win, as we saw, was a really good win. So, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta learn how to be balanced in your analysis. That's what I always pride myself on, is being balanced. A lot of people like Coach K. Coach K is the prisoner of the moment like you wouldn't believe. Every day he called me on some prisoner of the moment stuff. He used to be like, man, Wisconsin about to kill Ohio State. Then they lose to Illinois. He'd be like, man, Wisconsin was going to get drilled by Ohio State anyway. I'm like, dang, Coach, you prisoner of the moment. How long will Diaz be coaching Miami? Man, I'm not the AD there. I don't know what to tell you on that one, man. You got to ask me, how long do you think he should be coaching? He should get a short lease, because to me, if people run off and try to make it seem like he was better than Mark Richt, I don't like stuff like that. So y'all know how I get down. Same thing with James Coley. People up here were saying he was better than Jim Chaney and all this and that. He should have a short leash, or he should have an extra long leash to force y'all to have him for like 22 years, since he was better than Jim Chaney. This was the year right here. They would have brought Jim Chaney back for this year. To me, there would have been an unquestioned, right, that they should win the national championship. With that type of continuity, his third year, finally get to work with an upperclassman, Jake Fromm. Why would you let it? This was too crucial of a year for that to happen. You could at least held on for one more year, right? If y'all couldn't work together, one more year, make it work one more year at this crucial point, right? I don't know. Jimbo Fisher's last year, mark my words. All right, somebody mark John Emerson's words. And if he doesn't, and if it's not his last year, you know what we're going to do to him. I was at the game yesterday and the conditions were miserable, but Georgia fans really had enough of Coley. The Boo Birds kept popping up after questionable play calls. Yeah, but they told me he was better than Jim Chaney, and I still got dudes like, thank God Jim Chaney is gone. Chaney be out there working with pretty much nothing at Tennessee, man, and you can see that he does much different stuff. Nah, John Emerson, you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? We pink slip people when they guarantee and mark words and all this. That's what we do here. If you speak in absolutes, you got to get that pink slip if it don't come to fruition. Better wide receiver course, LSU or Bama, for the 455th time. I wish people would just ask me, like, Murph, have you already answered this question? I said Bama. A little bit more depth. Had Chaney had that first QB, Bama may have went down. Chaney had that first QB. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. They had the hug chase to stop him. Yeah, that kid is the absolute truth. But I still think Justin Jefferson is the best player on that team as far as the receivers go. Eric Gray or John Emery? I'm going to have to go with Eric Gray. Jacob Eason. What was he going to do with Jacob Eason? That's not there. That's whatever. Jacob Eason, what was he going to do? He needed to mature. He wasn't. I don't see him. He's not a better quarterback than Jake Fromm. Florida's the real deal. He meant Mara. Okay, there you go. Yeah, for Tennessee, if he had still had Mara that game, that's what I'm saying, man. I got to give JD Wolf an house. I feel like JD Wolf being that Dr. Pepper Fansville stuff. He came in with the Dr. Pepper Fansville. John Emery needs to mature. Price is better right now. Tyron Davis Price, that dude is the truth. Chase or Marshall. They're two totally different style of players. Why would we compare one guy's like, how tall is Marshall? Like 6'4" or something like that? They're complementary of each other. OG Friend like does this like once per chat, right? It's like trying to rile up the fan base. Like, what do you get from that, OG Friend? Emery just needs some weight room. Nah, man, Emery, you've never been next to John Emery. He don't need no weight room. He just OG Friend is trying to elicit a response. Like, I don't like that type of stuff. Not cool. Jamar Chase or Terrence Marshall. I just said that. And if you ask the same thing more than twice, bro, we're gonna have to let you time you out because you gotta super chat it. But I just answered that. They're not remotely similar. They're not similar type of receivers. So why compare them? They're complementary of each other. One's kind of a bigger jump ball kind of guy. One is more of a ground attack, run after the catch kind of guy. Those guys complement each other. Now, if you say who's better, Terrence Marshall or Justin Ross or somebody like that, or who's better, Jamar Chase or Henry Ruggs, then it make more sense. Trent Burdett in the house. Just got on. Did you speak on the dressing down of Garantano? I did not see any Garantano get dressed down. I was working on the Florida stuff that came out this morning, and I was actually watching the Penn State. So could you tell me what happened to Garantano? Besides the fact that he is not good. Oh, I'm sorry, Garantano. He done changed his name, went Hollywood, got his little pinky in the air. Now he trashed Dookie. Should have kept his name as Garantano. I'm about to change my name to Mirf. No one call me Mirf. He got tugged on his face mask. By who? By Pruitt? Pruitt tugged him on the face mask? And we're talking about this, why? That ain't nothing. If he got tugged on the face mask and that's what we talking about, who cares? Man, I done been on some shit with Mama Jummers, coaches throwing uppercuts and all kinds of stuff. That ain't nothing. Tugged him on the face mask. What's up with the sissification of America, man? I thought this was America, people. Coaches yelling, spitting in people's faces and shit like that. Y'all been on all kinds of stuff. He tugged his face mask. Oh, no. Oh, what are we going to do? Pruitt punched him in his balls. Now, that's where we may be going a little too far. Maybe going a little too far if he did that. But if he just, you know what I'm saying, uppercut him one of his abs or something like that, ain't nothing wrong with that. Your boys out there soft, man. I'd be mad if my coach didn't tug my face mask. For real. They're trying to motivate me or something like that, and I'm not in the game. You know what I'm saying? But it always be them people, they be like, oh, my God, he tugged his face mask. Antoine back. Do you think Clemson can beat the teams in the top 6? Hell yeah. Clemson's playing phenomenal defense. People always think everything is sweet. It looks good to score 60 points against Murray State and all this, that. You're not doing that against Clemson. So then what? Murph can't be punching someone kid, man, but face mask is cool. Man, it depends on, I'll be honest with you, man. My dad was there. He'd probably tell the coach to punch me. It just depends on the parent. Some of these, you know what I'm saying? I've been in some shit, you know what I'm saying? The coaches let you, you know what I'm saying? Coaches like, let's get it. Let's throw. And you throw and everybody be cool. That's football. That's real football. How, Sway? That's good enough for you, Daniel. What is wrong with Alabama's defense the last few years? Not the last few years, it's the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, the offense has drastically changed. Same thing like I said with LSU. You cannot be a team that throws the ball all the time with numbers, grips, everything that you can think about. Like, people understand when I'm saying this stuff, I'm repeating it so you guys can really understand it. Numbers, grips, 3-by-1 formations, all this type of stuff. That's finesse football, right? Super finesse football. So that's going to reverberate throughout your team. That's what you got to practice. You think you're going to be good like Alabama and LSU is without practicing that all the time? Now, if you lining up like Stanford or Georgia and you running the ball all the time, yeah, your passing game may not look the same, but guess what? Your team is going to be extremely tough. And the defense is about what? Defense is about effort, hustling, and stuff like that. Offense is rhythm and timing, but defense is about experience, reps, and everything. So if you're getting them physical reps in practice, it's going to translate to the games. Murph, they have Splendid, they Similac now. Dang, they be putting Splendid in y'all Similac to sweeten it up. That's why. Where we at in the thumbs up, man? Let's get this bad boy to 250. I like this time period. I like this Sunday time period, man. We might have to, you know what I'm saying, see what's popping with that. All right, Roswell, thank you. Shaheem Carter fell off this year? Heck yeah. Super fell off. They need to almost feel like they could produce another safety outside of Xavier McKinney and let Xavier McKinney just be a permanent star player, right? Like Minkah Fitzpatrick. He has the same exact skill set. He was a corner in high school, just like Minkah. Let him do that. He can blitz with the best of them. He can cover on the inside. He's big. He can tackle. I'm sure they can produce another safety besides Jared Maiden. They do. They have Battle and Maiden at safety. Get Shaheem Carter up out of there and let Xavier McKinney play inside corner. That right there, that would be hard. That would be hard. I think Bama's missing Dylan Moses right now. You think? Think Bama's missing one of his best players? Definitely. JC with the prisoner of the moment stuff. JC, you think? I'm pretty sure Ohio State has looked like the most complete team, like, on both sides of the ball. They played Northwestern, Cincinnati, Indiana. Like, who are we talking about here? I want to see these teams look like that against Penn State or Michigan or Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you can really judge it. But I expect a team that I said 50 million times is probably the most talented team in the country. It was that way before Justin Fields even thought about going there. It was, to me, coming back as a playoff team. They won 13 games the year before, right? Last year won 13 games. Most talented, all those guys coming back. They should look like that against those teams, man. Jeremiah Moon with 15 more pounds of muscle equals unstoppable. There you go, man. You're playing fantasy football. He doesn't have 15 more pounds of muscle, and he's 37 years old. Nikia says November is when football starts. There we go. Which Auburn team shows up at LSU? Is it at LSU? I think it is, huh? Is they going to make it a night game? They back on some 24/7 dudes. No, I don't care, man. If they're talking about me, there's a reason why they're talking about me, because I'm popping. Anybody see me caring about them? 230 kick. Oh, 230 kick. He's already seen the Florida. So I think a better version of Auburn shows up, man. They got that out of the system. They got to see a team like Florida. They saw Auburn. They saw a whole bunch of these, Texas A&M. Yeah, I think Auburn will represent itself correctly in this particular game. I think they should play more nickel. Our linebackers aren't playing that well. Oh, I get what you're saying about the commit. You know what? Yeah, Coach K hit me up about that as soon as it happened, right? Did y'all see this, right? Mikhail brought up a good point. Did y'all see where was we couldn't confirm it, though. This is the only thing about that. And this is what I told Coach K, because you know he wanted to jump on that shit on his podcast. You have to confirm that Justin Jefferson was indeed a 2-star. Was he a composite 2-star coming out of high school? Does anyone know? Because 24/7 Sports is gone, right? People are claiming that they've gone and went back and retroactively made him a 3-star so they look a little bit better. Does any of the LSU fans remember what he was as a composite? I know he was a 2-star on Rivals, but that's not the composite. Young coach said, nope, 3-star. No, he is a 3. Yeah, he's a 3 now. I'm saying, what was he coming out of high school? 3. So I was trying to tell him. I was like, Coach K, you can't go by what somebody on the on Twitter say. You gotta be able to verify that. A lot of people on Twitter don't understand that Rivals ranking is not the 24/7 Sports composite. That's two totally different things. He was definitely a 2-star on Rivals, though. So there you go, Mikhail. I was thinking that when they said it. I was like, I'm not so sure he was a 2-star composite. Britt Bratt, new to the channel, what are some suggestions to get UGA offense going? Don't play in a torrential downpour. Because other than that, man, it was fine. Like, what was wrong with the offense against USC? They moved the ball. They just made goofy mistakes. How many yards did just one game prior, right, against USC East? How many yards did UGA pile up? We know what happened and kept some of these drives out, right? They had a fumble. They had miscommunication, an interception on miscommunication and stuff like that. But they were moving the ball. Can someone give me the yardage total versus USC? Because we're not going to take a Kentucky game that was in a torrential downpour the entire game and magnify that to be the entire season for Georgia, because it's not true. Over 300. I know it was over 300. Your man Jake Fromm passed for 300. It was like 296 or something like that. Don't tell me what they had like. Just give me the exact number. You know how we work here. Facts. 450 yards. So what we talking about? They have 450 yards against USC. They are fine. You cannot. I don't know. I just don't. I just don't know. I just don't think people watch. They just box score scout. If you watch that game, it was a terrible game. But you can see it on the other side too. It was just terrible all the way around. Playing in the rain is hard. I have experience playing in the rain. It's hard. It really is. They had 468 yards versus USC. 468 yards. And what do you mean get the offense going? It wasn't going to get going with that style of personnel. Wasn't going to get going in the rain like that. So it's probably best that they just ran the ball. So that's me taking a step back. I initially was like, damn, what the hell is this? If you saw me in the group chat, I was like, this is the worst ever. It still could have been a little bit better as far as the variety of the play calls, I guess, for the run, if they're just going to run all the time. But they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it. All they had to do was not turn the ball over. And I know they felt like eventually the dam would break for Kentucky, and it did. So it's not much you can say with that. Sometimes not each game is going to be what you think it should be, but people are going to look at the box score and see that Jake Fromm threw the ball for like 13 yards or whatever. And they're going to be like, oh, the offense is not doing good. But the reality of the situation was it was a torrential downpour. And they still won the game and still got that run game off when Kentucky knew that's all Georgia was going to do. That's the mark, to me, the mark of something good. If you know coming into the fight that I'm only going to throw haymakers, not jabbing, I'm not setting up any punches, I'm not throwing combinations, I'm only going to throw haymakers and I still catch you and knock you out, then what are you going to do about that? They knew that Georgia was only, after a while, they figured out Georgia was not throwing the ball, and they still couldn't really stop it. And in fact, it got worse over time. They wore and leaned on them and won the game, survive in advance. Now hopefully you go to Jacksonville. The weather is fine. You get a little healthier or whatever. With Solomon Kinley, these boys get healthier. Then you're back at it like a crack addict. Back at it like JB and Justin Healy. Murph, I just saw that breakdown of the Florida's run game yesterday. It looked much better. Hopefully we can get healthy for this week for UGA. Go Gator, says Phil. It did. It looked real good. Oh no, Maurice on that dial up. Maurice, you on that dial up? What's going on, Maurice? Hey, Maurice, man, skip a month on the Patreon, man, and get that dial up fixed. At least get the DSL. Y'all remember DSL? Was it called DSL? What's up, Vincent? Eddie Sewell in the house. All right, all these people here, man, let's get a thumbs up check. Thumbs up check. Let's go. Get your boy a thumbs up. Like this video. Let's get it to 300 likes. We're doing good. We're cooking today, man. I might go a little overtime talking. I like talking with you boys. Some of y'all got Splinter and Stevie in y'all tank, though, man. Y'all talking about the man tugged on somebody's face mask. The Auburn guy, he done came in here, right? And every time he says something, it's to try to incite a crowd. Why is he still here? There you go. Time him out. I have been live, it says, for 1 hour and 9 minutes. Jacob Copeland, man. Who can jump higher than that kid? Splendor boys in the house. Splendor boys. There we go. Let's get to 300. Everybody cooking now. Let's cook. Let's cook. Let's rock. Give me the thumbs up. Like this video. Hit like. Let's get it to 300. I'm going to keep rocking with y'all. If y'all get to 300, I'm going to keep rocking. Jamar Chase. What about Jamar Chase? Well, we rocking, baby. Let's get it to 300. That'd be real. That'd be real. The quickest we ever got to 300. Copeland Mama probably still mad. What did Copeland Mama say? Y'all know I don't be into that social media stuff. Even though everybody want me to get Instagram so I can take selfies. What y'all want to see me take a selfie for? What's that going to do for y'all's football knowledge? My other man want me to get a website. He talking to me directly, but he want me to get a website. He said I get ad revenue, but I'm literally on an ad-based platform right now. Thumbs up. We hit 300. Let's get it. Now the next goal when I do it again is going to be to get to 350. You think LSU should be higher than Clemson? I told before, LSU should be the #1 ranked team in the country. Oh, that was Copeland whose mom's walked off like that? She wanted him to go to, I want to say, Tennessee. That was Copeland? That dude is good. I heard his tour. They say he's going to miss a couple of weeks. Oh, she wanted him to go to Alabama. Well, is she retarded? I don't ask if a man's mom's retarded, but what are you gonna do at Alabama besides sit around? You better ask Tyrell Shavers why you don't go to Alabama with those kids. We watch your videos for your analysis, not your face. These people bugging. Yeah, they are kind of sweet, but they want me to do the Instagram. Some of these dudes I think are watching just for my face. Well, they're always talking about me. They want to know about my clothes, my hair, and everything like that. I just want to talk football. She wanted them money bags, Nick Saban edition. Tua's out. Well, at least they have Jalen. That's a low blow. She was wearing a Tennessee hat, though. That's what I thought. She wanted him to go to Tennessee, not Alabama. The ad revenue he talking about is when an ad company will pay you to put ads on your website. It's a lot more lucrative than Google paying you through YouTube. They taking a cut. Yeah, but how much they gonna get somebody to put an ad on it? That's what I'm saying. How many they gonna give people to put an ad on a website compared to them putting? I've seen one time I watched my shit and they put like 4 ads in one content. I don't know. This thing is, I ain't gonna lie, this channel is balling. So I don't know if they would be able to match that. And it seems like it would be adding extra work into something for no reason. Depends on my traffic. You know how much my traffic is right here on YouTube? I know, right? What's up with this pocket watching, man? Why y'all be all in my pockets? I don't understand this. I'm balling. I'm doing fine. We're good. Don't worry about the business aspect. Let's just talk to me about football. Man, y'all timed out Jaleel Johnson? He an OG. Oh, because he was pocket watching? Jaleel's strange, but he's still an OG. Let's untime him out. At least don't block him. I'm sorry, Jaleel, you got timed out, but you can't be pocket watching. I'm not sure why they worried about me in that particular fashion. JBE keep talking about the Tesla. JB, I'm not worried about a Tesla. My mind has moved on past that. I'm worried about German cars. So we wanted to let that go. I produced a $10,000 car that I bought cash, right, for JBE, and the first thing he talks about is a Tesla. For real, this literally happened. I'm like, damn, what the hell did they want me to do? And that was after, you know what I'm saying? When I just had another. Come on, man. $15,000, $16,000 worth of cash. JBE want me to go get a car note. I don't do notes. What's good? Uh-oh. Ash in the house. What up, Ash? Ash says, F Instagram. That mess ain't it. I don't have one either. If Ash don't have one, I don't want one. Shout outs to Ash. Ash need to comment on the Patreon, though. I'm about to send one of them anvils to Ash's house. Let one of them anvils fall on her head like in the cartoons. What's your analysis on the LSU MSU game? Man, MSU is. Well, do you really want me to really give analysis on a team that literally was coming off of losing to Tennessee? Like, y'all guys clown Tennessee every stream, say how trash they are and how Jeremy Pruitt should be fired. But then people want me to actually do analysis on a team playing against them. You should drill. Everybody should drill Mississippi State, right? I wish I could say the word. I don't want to get in trouble, but let's just say community loving. That's what Mississippi State is, right? There's always that girl in the community that gives everyone loving. That would be Mississippi State right about now. Mississippi State is community loving. UGA is playing rope-a-dope. Florida would be prepared. I missed Super Chat. I'm sorry. Joe Wisniewski. Georgia's offensive problem, the OC or Kirby too? Guess I'm going to have to answer this 50 times today. It's both. Kirby is the head coach. There's no such thing as segmenting something out to blame an assistant, because guess what? He runs the assistant. They don't do anything and it goes past Coach Smart. He has his hands on every single aspect of this, right? So I wouldn't normally give anything like this up. Let's just say I got it on good authority, right out of one of the coaches' mouths that's an assistant there, that man is a control freak, right? A complete control freak. Turns a lot of people off. That's why you can see some of these people lead the staff, right? People don't forget about, what about Shane Beamer? Why is Shane Beamer no longer at Georgia? Like, why would you go take a lateral move to Oklahoma? What is that going to do for your career? That man is a control freak. So nothing's going to get past him. That's his team. He's going to ride or die with whatever Coach Smart wants it to be. So he hired Coach Coley. He promoted Coach Coley. He didn't hire him. He promoted him. So it's all on Coach Smart. But then once again, let's not be prisoners of the moment. It was a torrential downpour. What are we talking about? Just the game before that, they said that UGA had 468 yards of offense. Now, we know about the blunders and the mishaps and stuff like that kept them from scoring, but they should have won that game, and they had 468 yards of offense, and nearly 300 of it was passing. They said Nick is too. Exactly. Kirby, that was the exact quote. Coach Smart thinks he's Nick Saban. No, I didn't hear Gary Danielson say that Florida dominated the fourth quarter all year after they didn't score a point in the fourth. I hate CBS broadcast. You got to watch with the sound down, man. Murph, everything is perfect with TBE. I know you got to show love for real people in these teams, the players, the make or break, then coach second. No fandom tolerated. Off with their head, coach. Get him out, coach. Thank you, Kyle. Nick Savage. Nick Savage, like Nick Saban? Lil Joe said, Kirby dumb. Those Alabama refs are bad, says Auburn Life. Auburn Life coming in here with his super Dr. Pepper Fansville stuff. I think you may be on the wrong channel, bro. Kyle, I think you know what I'm saying, you feeling yourself a little bit too much, bro, to go and mention the shirt. Do you not just see the rant that I just went on talking about questioning people's sexuality and stuff, worrying about me with Instagram and what I'm wearing and stuff? Come on, Kyle, you gotta do better than that in life, bro. We'll have to take a minute and time you out to let that splendor drain from your system. How do you bleed a man's system of splendor? Now they bleed your brakes. Dang, they got him too. I was just playing JR Fly, but I can't control the mob. I can't salt gets splendor out your system. You want to take a salt water pill? Kirby isn't dumb, just stubborn. What is your idea of stopping the RBO? Bring down the safety. Larriton, this is your first time ever in the history on Top Billing? You saw the live stream and wanted to click on the live stream? Larriton, could you answer the question? Hey, relax, Mr. We're not doing that. We throw like little subtle stuff like splitting and stuff, but I'm not gonna let anybody disrespect people with their sexuality, right? Whatever they do with themselves is fine, but I can get on you for worrying about what I'm doing with myself and throw a little splendor joke out there. But we're not talking about the LGBT or whatever. Thanks, Lil Joe. Where's the Larif dude? Larriton. Yeah, it's the first time. Like your show though. It's not a show. This is not a show. So this is a film study based channel, film study based content channel where I've literally gone over all this stuff probably ad nauseum. So this is not. I don't want people to ever come to Top Billing and think that this is a show. The live stream doesn't drive this. The content drives it. So I don't know. What's the fixation with people just wanting to jump into live streams? I don't understand this. Copeland's mother wanted him to go to Alabama. But then why was she wearing the Tennessee stuff, Eddie Sewell? Jaleel back. They timed him out. Now you back. You up there pocket watching. What's wrong with that man? These dudes ain't earned $1 from none of this stuff, but they be pocket watching and telling other people what to do. This is a learning channel, not play. Where's Van Jefferson this year? Besides the fact that he was killing Derek Stingley. Besides the fact he had Derek Stingley, they had to put Derek Stingley in witness protection and get him away from Van Jefferson. But you ask him where that man at? Texlahoma girl. Love your channel. Thank you. Thank you, Texlahoma. She had Tennessee and Bama clothes on, so she was confused. Ryan Thomas says, what do you mean, where's Van Jefferson? Ask Stingley. Stingley said that his mama told him to go to the other side. Like, my mama said go to the other side to get away from you, Van. His mama said it was too many gangs in Florida. That's why she walked out. Where are they originally from? How much do you think UGA is sandbagging, if at all? UGA is not sandbagging. So that was just a hook line or whatever. They're not sandbagging. UGA was fine, right? That was circumstantial with the USCE game. Some mistakes cost them that particular game. It wasn't like they were knocked the hell out or something like that. So they obviously could have won that game and just make a couple of kicks, and they would be fine even with that game. And nobody would be talking about it. We've seen countless teams this year escape games like that. They just so happened to be one of the teams that didn't. Wisconsin was one of the teams that didn't yesterday. And the Kentucky game, come on, man. It was a torrential downpour. What you want them to do, man? You got to take a step back sometimes in life and just realize what's going on. Uh-oh. Tony P, what's up, man? You made it go orange. You know, I like that. It seems that Florida's O-line is improving. Do you see them holding up against UGA? Appreciate what you do. Go Gators. Holding up against UGA, I can definitely see it holding up against UGA if I'm being honest about the situation. UGA, to me, does not have a grade A pass rush, right? UGA does have grade A speed. It's the fastest defense in the country, and I believe it can slow down a run game. As far as getting to the passer, that's where I think Florida can have most of its success. I've not seen UGA take over a game from a pass rush standpoint, and I'm not sure it has all of the defensive backs to deal with what Florida trots out. If Florida sat there and really tried to dissect it like they were doing LSU with the 10 and 11 personnel, it could probably give UGA fits in that manner. But eventually they would have to, when it gets into that red zone, though, I think that's when UGA cranks it up. It's just a lot of team speed, and you got to make those quick decisions. But I think UGA does pretty good against the run. All that speed, whatever like that, hit very good with the gaps this year. I'm really enjoying watching UGA's defense this year, for sure. So I think it could definitely hold up in that manner. But it just depends on what we're talking about. So to pass the ball. Kobe Stevens had that one-handed pick versus MSU. Yeah, that was dope. Dang, that Larriton dude got timed out. See, this is what I tell you. That's what I'm saying. I know people watch and repeat what they hear on TV. So somebody on one of these telecasts, they said that Joe Burrow, who was it? Man, I want to say it was my man that used to coach at Colorado or Cal or something. Washington, I forget his name. He's actually a really good coach. He said that Joe Burrow was the next Tom Brady. So this man just literally came in here and repeated that. Georgia gonna be back in the top 4. Mizzou got beat by Vandy. Yep, Mizzou got beat by Vandy. There you go again. Shit happens, man. It's a lot of parity. Top balling. Dan Mullen with 2 weeks of preparation against Kirby Smart. Gators on top. Dang, isn't that Georgia's thing? Dogs on top. They also had 2 weeks to prepare for Florida as well. So we'll see. They had 2 weeks to prepare for Georgia last year too, didn't they? Hell no. Tom Brady don't run the ball. And Tom Brady also plays in a pro-style offense and has to make throws in the tight windows. Joe Brady played in more of a pro-style offense last year, and it didn't look as well or didn't look as good for him. So I'm not sure. It was Nussmeier who said that Burrow's the next Brady. Nussmeyer? Doug Nussmeyer? Where is he at? I thought he's a coach somewhere. Nussmeyer? Mullen over Smart. Monkey see, monkey do. That is true. That's what I'm saying. I be having to combat stuff. I had one dude yesterday, right? He was like, oh shit, eating lettuce. How did this happen? I had one dude yesterday, right? So these people, right? These LSU people have never heard of Joe Brady before he got to LSU, right? Joe Brady's nothing new to me, right? I knew about Joe Brady before, and I understand what's going on. I understand the concepts. I don't have to look at or have to listen to somebody on a telecast to know what's going on. That's why I watch with the sound down. I can look at the concepts and be able to tell you, right? So LSU and Alabama running virtually the same concepts. And if you look at the coaching tree of it, it dawned on me just yesterday thinking about it, right? So I was saying like Alabama and LSU running virtually the same stuff. And this dude was like, man, they said that LSU was running what the Saints are running and all this and that. And I'm like, dude, they're not running what the Saints is running. They got a coach that was at the Saints, but he's running his own particular playbook, right? His playbook is not, they're not doing what you think they're doing with the Saints. You don't see them under center or anything like that. You see Drew Brees under center a lot, right? So that could be the tell for you right there. But first and foremost, Joe Brady came up under Joe Moorhead, right? Watch Penn State's offense when Joe Moorhead was there and tell me that does not look exactly like what LSU is doing right there. This is the Joe Moorhead stuff, right? Same thing with Alabama. Mike Locksley, right? Who was on staff with James Franklin, right? Who was Joe Moorhead's coach at Penn State. All these guys run in the same circle, and they come and bring in some of the same similar stuff. And people can't get past that because on the telecast, they say, oh, he's running what the Saints is running because he came from the Saints when his formative years was spent under Joe Moorhead. So then I'm watching the game yesterday, and they actually mentioned his time under Joe Moorhead, and they showed the pictures of him with Joe Moorhead at Penn State and all this and that. That's what I'm saying. You guys got to formulate your own opinions and thoughts. I don't know. Stuff like that be killing me. I don't know. I can't run like that. Nothing about you, just burning FSU for Gator's sake. Sorry, Murph, no disrespect. I idolize you. Why get booted? You're not getting booted. If you got booted, you wouldn't be here. But you know what I'm saying? But we don't talk about fashion here. So you see me wear whatever. If I wear something, I don't understand why people were so angry about the FSU stuff. I've worn Georgia stuff, LSU stuff, everything. I just wear stuff. I don't understand this. So people were very angry about about FSU for some odd reason. People kept talking about it too, long after the show had ended. I have no idea if the nigga's going to be back. Hopefully he's back. I want to see both of these teams completely healthy. This professor dude is definitely a live stream seeker. If you've been on the scope of the channel, you know that we make picks on Thursdays or Fridays or whenever the game is, or whenever we do that last show. Someone said that LSU relies on the run. Not this year. Mac or Talia? We've never ever seen Talia play football in college, right? At least we got a few years of understanding Mac. So I'm just going to have to go with Mac now just because we just don't know what Talia can do. I know that both of them boys are in trouble, though, when the Bryce Young kid comes from California. Is Trayvon Grimes all right? That's why I was asking in the content. I don't know. Is he all right? That's scary, man. When they was messing with his knee. You know what's funny? Before, when he had made that touchdown, right, and he came to the side and he did the thing where you jump up and bump, I always thinking to myself, when people have those knee injuries, I was like, man, I wish they wouldn't do that. Then, like, on the very next series, he's sitting down and they're checking his knee. I'm like, oh, man. I got everyone super chat. Yep. And once again, thank you, Tony P, for making it go orange. So, a professor. So, what made you click on this? Is it just because you saw somebody was live? Is that the kick of YouTube, clicking on people who are live? What about the actual channel content? I see Grimes later that day. He fine. All right, somebody write down Patrick Cazot, because if he's not fine, we got to pink slip you, dog. But if he's fine, we'll give you your props. Hard to explain Burrow's improvement in 1 year. How is it hard to explain? They're running a totally different system than they did last year. It is a more quarterback friendly system. It is extremely simple, right? That's your explanation. The stuff that he was running before, a lot more pro style, pro concepts, a lot harder to get, right? Especially if you're coming on a truncated time period, right? He got there a little late or whatever like that, trying to adjust to that. But this stuff that he's running is probably more in line with the stuff that they were running at Ohio State. So it's not foreign to him, and it's a lot simpler. Anybody using the word cap up in here? Probably too young to be up in this chat. Patrick not telling facts. What was that? The guy with the write his name down. I want to see Copeland on those jet sweeps and wide receiver screens. I want to see Copeland on 50-50 balls. I don't think there's a man alive that can jump with that kid. That dude got some serious hops. I want to see Kadarius Toney's on screens and stuff like that. Dude said I seem kind of angry. I'm asking you a fucking question. What are you talking about? I'm fine. Get him up out of here. These dudes, right? You ask them a question just because it's not the answer that you wanted to hear. What does it got to do with me? You ask me a question, I'll ask you a question. What's the difference? I just want to know, why do people just click on stuff that they have no clue about? Keep it 100. What up? KJ Hamler. That dude, KJ Hamler, is every bit like a Henry Ruggs and these guys. I'm telling you, Penn State is built like a high-end SEC team. People saying the Big Ten sucks. You better watch Penn State. Penn State is built like an LSU or a Bama or Georgia. KJ Hamler has some serious wheels. I think eating lettuce, man. I know you're younger, whatever like that, bro, but sometimes I think that some stuff may be just too much for people. Like, it really doesn't take long to just click on the channel, look through the playlist, and see what the content is about. Penn State versus OSU going to be hard. That is going to be hard. Don't forget about Wisconsin, man. Y'all already going, because Wisconsin lost. You're being prisoners of the moment. I know some people were saying, oh, Wisconsin going to beat Ohio State. They had a bad game. They lost or whatever like that, but come on. Let's not throw Wisconsin under the bus. Wisconsin defense still played pretty solidly. I think having Kyle Pitts and Jacob Copeland on the field could be a dominant duo. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like what I see from Jacob Copeland better than what I see from Trayvon Grimes. Grimes hadn't quite lived up to the billing for me. If I'm going to be real about it. I thought he would be a lot more dominant. He was one of the best receivers I've ever seen. He came to the Rivals 5-Star Challenge when I worked at Rivals, and he completely dominated. And I'm talking about Jeffrey Okudah was there. All these guys from the 2019 class, AJ Terrell, none of them dudes could mess with him. So I'm not sure if it was just a knee injury or something like that, but I just don't see him being as dominant. I would like to see more Jacob Copeland. Jacob Copeland is from Pensacola. All right, got you. They don't have good strategies for SEC teams, though. And what strategies do they have, yellow boy? That's what I want to know. When people say stuff like that, I want you to be specific. Tell me what strategies do they have? Because they're literally running the same exact thing that LSU is running. So if they don't have good strategy, then LSU doesn't have. They come from the same exact coaching tree, and they're running the same exact schemes. Penn State is still running that Joe Moorhead offense with Joe Moorhead being gone because they promoted a Joe Moorhead assistant. I have not watched the Auburn game yet, but I definitely plan on watching that within the next couple of days. But I was running. I said that before the game. I was like, man, I can't wait to see DJ Williams, see what he could do. Is it Trey Rayford? Shouts to Trey Rayford for the super chat. Kyle Perry back for being the best in the biz. All analysis with expert opinion. Never stop. Top billing, dog. Never stop. Please, you one of the best of them ever dreamed of. Best of any of them ever dreamed of. Hey, let's get it, baby. It's all about us, though, man. We're a team, so Everybody, that's why I say top billing. I call y'all top billing because we all up in here together. So that's why I say real football heads. Everybody makes each other better when you're able to get good conversation and good relevant conversation. Not when people come up in here and they be like, "Go Gators, go Dogs." No, they're like, that's not what I'm trying to attract here. I'm trying to attack some of these people are actually very good to talk to. J.R. Fly and all these boys like that. Santee and all these guys, these are good people to talk football with. They keep you on your A game. Who do I trust more, OSU or OU? I don't know. I don't know if I trust more between those guys. I'm gonna say OU. OU, I think, played a little bit tougher of a schedule. I'm gonna say OU for now, but when they get into the meat of the schedule and they start playing teams, man, I'll reserve the right to you know what I'm saying, go back and see what's really popping with that. But from now, I think OU's play a little bit better of a schedule, so I'm gonna say OU. Put Darren on blast, coach. Where you at? Darren Melissa. This guy is a rager. Careful, chat. You might make him mad for asking a question. Anybody ever know anybody named Darren Melissa? So that means this guy literally probably was blocked. Darren Melissa, why are you here? This is what we do for these people right here. Nobody else say nothing. Darren Melissa, if this is the case, then why are you here? Nothing else? You got shit else to do in life? If you don't like how shit goes on here, don't relax with the get them out stuff. We're not getting them out right now. I want these people to answer. Why are you here? Is someone forcing you to be here? Answer for the sins. That's what we do, baby. You got to answer for his sins. Crickets, exactly. Time clock. All right, we'll give him 10 seconds. Darren Melissa, why are you here? I don't like you. I think you're a tool. If you don't like me and you think I'm a tool, why are you here? You literally only reason to get here. Only way you can literally get here is to click on it. Right? You have to click. It's not like I ran into your house and you're forced to talk to me. You literally clicked on this, but you said that you don't like me. So once again, why are you here? I'm gonna ignore the trolls. I am for sure, but I want people to see this type of stuff. This is what people like this. Why are you here? Crickets? They can't take criticism. Exactly. See, he can't even respond. See, that's when you know somebody's a troll. They can't even legitimately ask the question, right? I'm cool. I'm asking him a question. Why are you here? You said that you don't like me. I'm a tool on this. Then why you click on my live stream? I know he's a troll. All right, y'all. He got enough. Let's get him out. All right, back to business. Where we at? Darren Melissa is a stupid name. Darren Melissa. All right. Do you think LSU and Florida will meet in the SEC championship? Are you trying to get me to? I thought we already talked about this. We're not making the picks until it's time to make the picks, right? So we're not even doing the Georgia-Florida thing this week because they don't even play this week. So we'll talk about that next week. I think then you'll know who I think will make the SEC championship game from the winner of that particular game. But we'll definitely have a lot of content on this. Santee says there's too many lames in the world. Yeah, how lame do you have to be, man? I don't like you. You're a tool. But you literally took time out of your day to click on a live stream that I'm on. It's not like you like maybe that's not him. Maybe that's someone else. You know it's me, and you still clicked on it. He just wanted some attention. That's what I'm saying. These guys be wanting some attention. How splendid is that? Why you want attention from another man? Ain't some chicks around your way somewhere you can go talk to? Exactly. It makes zero sense. So that's why I'm trying to make examples out of these people. So the next person watching this will know that this ain't the place to come there with that splendor stuff. Go get on some chicks, bro. Do you think Oklahoma can beat Alabama? I think Oklahoma can beat any team in the country. Will they beat any team in the country? That's different. So we'll get to the analysis when it gets there. But Oklahoma has a chance of beating anyone. Just imagine when Tony is back. Teams won't be able to double pits. I'm not sure if Tony will make them not double something, right? Like, I don't think hoes want attention. That is these. I'm telling you, these dudes. You know who else does stuff like that? Let's be for real about it, right? I've been in the music industry. As of where I'm supposed to be right now, probably. If we're being real about the situation, the people that know me and know my people, that's what top billing started, right? That's what top billing started as. Groupies. That's what groupies do. Groupies don't like these dudes or whatever like that, but they just feel like they have a certain status in there. Or they have some jealousy to them that they always got to be around them. That's some groupie type stuff. Don't be a male groupie. Yeah, I don't think Tony is that type of player where you're gonna put extra attention to him or whatever like that. If anybody who can make somebody not double Kyle Pitts, it would be someone like Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson, I have trouble believing too many people can mess with Van Jefferson on a play in and play out basis. He's just too good of a route runner. He really is. I think he should be featured a lot more. Trey Rayford back. How can UGA receivers create separation? How can they create separation? Man, you're gonna have to. One of the things they can do is start running more bunch formations. Run the bunch formations. Get late motion, right? Slide somebody in. They're outside. Slide them to the slot off the ball. Make sure that they can't be pressed, right? Just trying to get some of these guys off the ball. And another way you could do it is take Ethan Wolf or whatever his name is off the field. Take Charlie Werner off the field for that matter. Get more receivers out there. You're gonna be more scared of a Charlie Werner. I remember they had like a 3rd and 15, right? And they had Ethan Wolf out there. Is it Ethan or Eli Wolf? I don't know which Wolf he is. I don't know which Wolf he is, but what is he gonna do? Like, what is he gonna do that Kyrus Jackson or Demetrius Robertson can't do? 2 guys who weren't on the field at that particular point in time. You put them with not these guys are the fastest guys in the world. Demetrius probably is, but you put more speed there, people are gonna be a little bit more scared, right? I know that you're probably thinking like, all right, if we get Wolf out there, they'll counter with some type of linebacker or something like that. But the reality of the situation is most of these corners in college football can't cover anyway. Get those guys on the field. Run more 10 personnel. Let's do that. Get these guys sliding with late motion, right? Get them off the ball. Get them sliding with late motion and making sure that that people have a conflict of assignment. Do more switch routes. Do more switch releases. Run more scissor concepts. Make sure that these guys, if they're in man coverage, a lot more crossers and meshes and stuff like that. Make sure that these guys have to try to banjo in their coverage, and then we'll see who can really cover from man. But if you're just going to run slants, digs, hitches, and stuff like that, they can't create separation, and you're not helping them out. At the very least, you can help them help themselves. That would be my answer for that. Thank you for the super chat. Dad Moss looking better every week. I hope he looked better when he playing against Mississippi State. Pickens is an athlete, no doubt. Have you seen any particular issues with him getting separation? Yes, he can't get separation. So I think you guys are talking. I said this before when I did his eval. He's a great athlete, but he's not a great route runner. And he's a great athlete from the standpoint of him maybe being a downfield possession guy. Some of these guys are not downfield possession. Henry Ruggs is not a downfield possession guy. He's a downfield explosive 90-yard guy, or he's a 7-yard pass, 90-yard touchdown guy. That's what you want. You want somebody who scares you from a freaking 7-yard slant that they can take that bad boy 90 yards from the goal line or whatever like that. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Having George Pickens, obviously he's going to be a great player or whatever like that, but route running is not his strong suit right now. So, I don't know. Christian played well, and I don't think Mississippi State threw at Derek Stingley once. Dude, Mississippi State can't throw the ball. They don't do that well. It's like, I don't know why people do not understand the competition factor of it. People are going to look good from week to week because you're not playing robots out there. You're literally playing other players. I mean, Mississippi State, they're not a good offense. Your defense should look much better against Mississippi State. Mississippi State lost to Tennessee. Come on, what are we doing? Does UJ have a player right now that can do that? Yes, Demetrius Robertson can do that, but you got to deploy him differently. Trash doesn't have a good arm strength. Murph, please rate the top 5 recruiting metro areas. Top 5 recruiting metro areas? I don't know about that. You might be going too far. That seems like a super chat type question too. You might be doing too much. Gwinnett County. No, Gwinnett County, Gwinnett County, Gwinnett County, Gwinnett County, Gwinnett County. There we go. That's where you want your players. Come to Gwinnett. Get D Nice out of here. Where you at? What'd he say? D Nice. Can I get a hit of what? Oh, everybody getting on D Nice. What'd he say? I don't see what he said. All right, thumbs up, chat. Let's get it to 350. I'm rocking and rolling right here. Let's go. I'll give you guys 10 to 15 more minutes. We're on the extended time. I was supposed to go at 1, but let's go. Extended time. Let's go. Let's get it to 350. Thumbs up. He ain't say nothing too bad. Okay. So you gonna come and use my thing? Like, come on, fam. Why you gotta what does being a troll do for you? I'm confused by this. Gwinnett County in South Florida. You imagine taking your time out to make up a profile name to be a troll? Like, what does that do for you in life? You don't got no chicks, bro. I'd be embarrassed as hell to be a troll. Like, my mind can't, my brain can't wrap itself around the concept. How did Missouri lose to Vandy? Same way Georgia lost to USC East. Same way Wisconsin lost to Illinois. Stuff happens. Straight in needs to move to safety. He can't handle that star position. We definitely definitely made that abundantly clear before. ABC says they get off on getting you to respond to them, bro. Just let them go. You know what? That's sage advice. I can't even front. That's sage advice. You're right. All right, from now on, we're just going to ignore the haters and we'll just block them. I'm not going to respond to them. Trolls live in mom's basement easily. When a chick say that you live in somebody's basement, I don't know what to tell you. That means your life has not gone wrong, not gone right. A chick diming you out like that, a chick diming you out, that's embarrassing. You're making up shit to troll. Had tightrope surgery on ankle. Tightrope surgery, that's hard. Why that surgery sound hard? Coley is extremely predictable. Yeah, but they said that he was more I had a dude tell me right at a appliance store. He owns his own appliance store, and he was talking about how Coley was so much better than Chaney because Chaney always ran the ball on first down. Yeah. Picks are done in the later shows. Please do a don't repeat the same question without super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Santee. What is your opinion of Talia versus Mac Jones? I have no opinion. We don't know Talia from a can of paint at the college level. So I would literally just be throwing darts at a board or something like that. We've seen Mac play against some teams. Unless you give me a sample size of Talia, it'd be hard for me to really say that he's better than Mac Jones at this particular point in time. I don't think he was a better prospect than Mac Jones if we're just talking about high school or something like that. But what does that even matter? They're in college now. Who wins the starting job in Bama next year? And will they? Who wins the starting job in Bama next year? Man, that's tough, man. That's tough on me. I would say Mac Jones, right? That's the kid. I would think it probably him. I think there's a reason, even though he's coming in literally one cycle where you had two QBs, right? That's unheard of. You had two QBs in one cycle, and then you're going to go behind them and get a 5-star. That means promises were made, in my opinion. Just from my dealings, right? Y'all know that I have good dealings and talking to all these coaches across the country, helping people with their recruiting. That usually means some type of promise was made. It doesn't necessarily have to be a promise in the fact that you're going to for sure start, but they would hint at, like, if you do what you got to do, then it probably would be your time to start. So they got two QBs in the 2019 class, Talia and Paul Tyson, right? Nobody's even talking about Paul Tyson. Trask or Emory for UF next year. Man, Trask is up here balling, man. I don't see I don't see how Emory. I don't understand that question. Do I think Fromm gonna declare? I don't know Jake Fromm to know if he's gonna declare. Now, do I think he should declare? I'll be honest with you. I think he should come back. Do I want him to come back? I wish he would go. I'm tired of people talking about Jake Fromm, to be honest with you. I think it's just one of those, some of these guys, you're just like, man, I wish this was over with so people could have something else to talk about. Saban selling pipe dreams. Do you see Franks making the switch to tight end if Trask and Emory beat him out next year? No, I see him switching teams before I see him switching positions. Trask ain't going pro. He's going to get his degree in digest. He is a baller, though. How do you feel about Beck? I don't feel nothing about Beck. He's in high school playing high school players, bro. As a high school prospect, I think he's all right. Trask will come back to UF for more experience, says D Nice. Irrespective says top billing. What up? Can you talk about Trask emergence? I'm confused by that question. How much Trask content do I have on this in the past? Ever since he started, how much? I want somebody to ask that. How much Trask content have I actually done on this channel, right? That that can be done. Like, what more can I do? What more can I do? I'm confused. Who do you think starts for Auburn at running back versus LSU? Like 4 videos, exactly. So that's 4 videos in 4 weeks. Done a lot, says Jao. Repeatedly. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's why I ask people why are they on the live stream and not the content. The content is where you're gonna be able to ask the questions better. Do you think Florida abandoning the run after having success is gonna hurt them down the road? Florida abandoning the run after having success. After having success against USC East. I think Florida's a team that's going to do what it has to do to win the ball game. If they pass, if they can win by running, they'll win. That's what Dan Mullen is. Dan Mullen is he's just the master, right? He's the hacker. He's going to find your weakness. He's going to find a weakness in your defense and exploit it. He's a hacker. That's why I call him the hacker. If your weakness is you can't stop the run, he'll go by that. If you can't stop the pass, he'll do that. He has no set way of doing things. That's why I think he's the best doing it, right? Or top 3 or whatever like that. He's just going to do what it takes to get Florida a championship. I'm nervous about Miles Brennan. Well, he didn't look good. I didn't watch the rest of that. I'm not going to lie. Trey Rayford, UF versus UGA predictions. Trey's literally just came up on the stream or the content, man. I appreciate you, Trey, but we don't do predictions until around that time period. So doing a UF UGA prediction 2 weeks too early is definitely too early. We wouldn't even do that for the games this Thursday, let alone for the games this Saturday, let alone 2 Saturdays from now. Now, that's a good question if you've never been here before. Some people, I'm just learning. So when I ask people questions, people always assume that I'm angry. This is my first month ever doing a live stream. I had a channel a year and a half before I touched the live stream. I'm still new to live streaming. So I don't understand, right? Because I know I have a great memory and I approve every comment that comes on the channel. I remember the 50,000 people who commented. I can tell when people who have not commented or they don't realize what's going on. And I can tell that there's an allure of live stream that people just want to just hop on a live stream. So that's why I asked that, because some of these questions, if you were on a channel, they're pretty easy. You wouldn't even have to ask it in a live stream because you already have your answer. Aspartame. Dudes got aspartame in their tanks. Florida had no offense after Mullen left because Jeremy Foley hired 2 terrible coaches and Muschamp and McElwain. Man, McElwain got them to the SEC championship game 2 years in a row, though. So let's not forget that. And that was over Georgia teams that I think that were just flat out better. Monero Buford. What is the dude talking about? How much a UGA overall offensive design is Kirby, and how much is he leaving up to the coordinator? Just curious what you think. The design of the offense obviously is going to be from what Coley has in his playbook, right? I'm pretty sure there are aspects of it. I'm pretty sure he made Jim Chaney leave his playbook behind, and he didn't have to really because Coach Coley was there, right? Coach Coley was there with Jim Chaney for almost the duration that Chaney was there, right? So he knows Chaney's playbook. So his thing is like, all right, we're going to run this. This is what I like. I hired Jim Chaney. He was the architect. He runs kind of a 2012 Alabama style offense. We're going to do this, but we're going to do this in this situation. I want you to do this in this situation amongst within these parameters. And you're going to go with that. Kirby is the architect of this. Kirby is the orchestrator of this, right? These guys are going to do what he says. It's his team, right? He's their boss. He can get rid of Coley tomorrow if he wanted to. He can get right now. He can just think about, like, you know what, you're gone, right? He can do that if he wanted to. So somebody like that who's extremely hands-on with stuff that we've seen before. We've seen him yelling at Chaney before. Who's yelling at their offensive coordinator? That Nick Saban does that. He wants to be like Nick Saban. So he's going to operate like that. That's what he's been around his entire career. That's how he knows how to operate. Right, that's what it is. So you can obviously Coley is to blame within the parameters, and but this looks just like what Coley was doing at Miami. If you're being real about it, and if you actually watch Coley at Miami, it really is. What he would have to do is remove himself from the situation and go out and hire somebody who he truly trusts, which I think he did for Jim Chaney, right? For the most part, I still think that he made Jim Chaney do a lot of the stuff that he wanted him to do, but I think he trusted Jim Chaney a lot more. He would have to go against somebody who probably was a former head coach or offensive coordinator, and he would just have to be like, I'm going to be over here. I'm going to do the defense. You do your thing. But I doubt he would do that. So that's why he could promote someone like a Coley, because he can control him a little bit better. Urban liar. Why is he an urban liar, man? Come on. Where we at? One more thumbs up, and we at 350. Let's get to 375, man. I'm rolling. I'm rocking and rolling right here. I'm still going with you boys. Thumbs up. Let me know you did the thumbs up. Like this video and let's go. UGA play calling has been stagnant this year. Same plays over and over, says Vicky. Facts. Mullen lost to Georgia State when he was at Mississippi State. Look it up. What does that guy do anything, man? Your boy Nick Saban lost to who did Alabama lose to that first year that he was there? Who was that? Man, I almost had it on the tip of my tongue. Was it Louisiana Monroe or something like that? Yeah, there you go. ULM. See, I got good memory. But these people don't actually watch football, right? So they think that when somebody else does some stuff, they don't know that shit happens to everyone else too. All of these coaches have bad losses on their resume. It's just what it is. I guarantee you this dude did not know that Alabama lost to ULM. Orgeron lost to Troy. Talking about that at Ole Miss. No, he lost to Troy right at LSU. That's what I'm saying. You got to watch football. It can't just be your mind and it be a narrow focus. You got to broaden your horizon. All these teams have done some goofy stuff like this. Your man, Georgia was up there struggling going into overtime with like Nichols. I never even heard of that team before. Hey, Young Coke just said, great minds think alike, Young Coke. Trey says game isn't played on paper. Nichols State. I think it was Nichols, like Nichols. New viewer, awesome job. Thanks, Daniel. But we're not about views here, our viewers. We're about the content that's on the channel. So click on that top billing channel right there, man, and go through that content, baby. Go through them film studies. Bama was tied with the Citadel last year, 10-10. That was a crazy game in the first half. They were struggling with that dang triple option. Do you think one-loss Clemson makes the playoffs this year? One-loss Clemson, probably not. But I don't think Clemson will be losing to anyone anytime soon either. If you want an easy game, don't play Troy. Don't play Troy. Don't schedule Troy. Don't schedule Boise State. Bama dropped a pass against Arkansas. Mullen is better coach than Mullen is a better coach than Muschamp. Oh, for sure, definitely. But Muschamp is not like Muschamp is complete trash. Texlahoma says you will love his videos. He breaks down every play. Not every play, but I do break down plays. Trey says need to get on your Patreon stuff. That goes without saying. If you're a Georgia fan and you're not at patreon.com/committed to the G, I don't know what to tell you. Any thoughts on Wisconsin and Illinois besides the other 13 times that people ask me that? I wish people would come in here and say, have you done your thoughts already on this? I don't know. I'm confused. People ask me that. That was the low-hanging fruit stuff. Low-hanging fruit stuff always gets asked within the first 5 minutes, I believe. Who remember Juice Williams from Illinois? That was my dude. I love Juice Williams. And who was his coordinator? Anybody remember the coordinator for Juice Williams' team that had Vontae Davis was on the team, Jay Lehman was on the team, Rashard Mendenhall was on that team? Nobody remembers? I'm gonna get somebody else. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Anybody else remember who's the Illinois coordinator at that particular time? The offensive coordinator, obviously. Dang, where y'all at? Y'all don't remember this? That's what I'm saying, man. Your boy Murph. Yeah, from the Atlanta. I said that with Rashard Mendenhall and those guys, Vontae Davis, Juice Williams, Keith Woolard. There you go. Keith Woolard got it. He said the Maryland coach. That would be Mike Loxley. Justin Hayward in the house. Can't say I paid much attention to Illinois football, but that was probably like 2006 or something like that. It's not paying attention to Illinois football. It's just paying attention to football in general. I have my mind doesn't work and say that, oh, this is this kind of football. I watch it all. You were watching Kyler Murray in 2006, Texlahoma girl? Whoa. He was like 6 years old. What was going on? What was going on then under Ron Zook? That was Zook, the Illinois coach at the time. Was it Zook? It may not have been Zook, actually. Oh, now. On right now. That's he said, what we doing? 2007. That's what I said. It was 2006, 2007. I miss. Michael Wayne is a sore topic. Why is he a sore topic, man? He did the best that he could do. He didn't go out good, but man, those 2 SEC championship appearances, nobody was beating Alabama at the time period either. So the fact that they were getting past Georgia, I think that says a lot, man. It's not that. It's just that if an Illinois is in a game on TV, there's probably now the Illinois or whatever like that, but not then. They were a high-profile team. Zook was the Illinois after he left Florida. He left Florida. So, yeah, so then it was Zook then because it was 2006, 2007. And he left, 2005, 2006? Or it is Tua is hurt and may not play versus LSU. This Alex dude is late. We talked about this literally 2 hours and 1 minute ago. That was like one of the first 2 things that came out of anyone's mouth. Michael Wayne was not good. If he wasn't good, then why was Florida the SEC East champions 2 years in a row? Take on Copeland. Hey, man, I already said it earlier 2 or 3 times. I like Copeland. Jumping being cat. I want to see him in the 50-50 ball situations. Man, I don't know what to say. I want to see him more. I said that I remarked that I probably want to see him more than I see Trayvon Grimes, and that's saying a lot. Urban got all Zook recruits at Florida. Yeah, Ron Zook could recruit, man. Where did McElwain go again? He went to Michigan right after Florida. Went to Michigan and was he was something on their offensive staff, and then he got the head coaching job at Central Michigan. Oh, he didn't go to Central Michigan first. He went to Michigan first. Zook home after 2004. Any people coming in here talking about Fields in Georgia? We got to time you out, man. Let's get better topics than that. Copeland and Pitts are awesome receivers. Yeah. Don't forget about Van Jefferson. And I love what I see from Freddie Swain, man. Freddie Swain is electrifying. Josh Hammond comes up with some clutch catches. Florida's just got a lot of good receivers. I mean, people need to give Florida credit for that. One East with defense, Muschamp built. Muschamp won the East, not McElwain. Muschamp won the East, not McElwain. I'm confused by this. I'm pretty sure Jim McElwain was the head coach in 2016 when they were in the SEC championship game. I'm confused. If that was the case, then Muschamp just needed to win with his own players. I hate when people do that. You won with so-and-so's players, but they didn't win with their own players. I'm probably coaching. UF wide receiver room is the best in years, for sure. McElwain was garbage. Gators D held that team down. Well, why didn't the defense hold it down when Muschamp was there? Why didn't they win then? Florida has 8 receivers over 150 yards right now. Sharing is caring. Cleveland doesn't get mentioned. Crazy depth at wide receiver. Oh, I surely miss Tyree Cleveland. He didn't turn out like I thought he would turn out, to be honest with you. I thought Tyree Cleveland was about to be a beast like Jawan Jennings and Brian Edwards at South Carolina. But he's very valuable, and he's a great blocker, great special teams player. Became very selfless. Muschamp missed the SEC championship game when he lost to Georgia. But guess what? McElwain didn't lose to Georgia. Muschamp put the defense together. Okay. What are we talking about here? You guys if you put the defense together, that's cool. He was not running the defense at the time that they won the SEC championship game. That's some of the goofiest things ever. If that was the case, then so what is Mullen going to get credit for then? These are players that you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. When you're coaching your players, you're a team. That's just what it is. If that was the case, Muschamp should have won the SEC East as well. Cleveland is more of a downfield threat, I think. He got hops too. Tyree Cleveland has some serious hops. Didn't McElwain get UGA when Smart was in his first year? Yeah, I think he got him in his first year and when Rick was in his last year. I know he got him. Rick was in the last year with the Treon Harris threw like 6 passes and they won. McElwain was job too. I'll be honest with you. If McElwain would have had the quarterback, would have been able to keep the quarterback that went to West Virginia, that would have. This is crazy. I say this, then look. Imagine if Greer didn't get dismissed from Florida. Great minds think alike. But yeah, imagine that. He got jobbed out of what would have probably been one of the best QBs in Florida history. But then again, you would have to actually watch and not be biased to give someone credit for that. And he still got the job done. You think he want to go to battle with Treon Harris as his quarterback? Greer didn't get dismissed. He left, says Vicky. Said that earlier when they lost Greer, shit began slowly going downhill. MC says McElwain told him to leave. I think MC has a little Dr. Pepper Fansville in him, full of that Dr. Pepper. Going a little bit too hard there, MC. MC, you just said that. We don't need you to say it twice. He got prop for product enhancer. No, he was on that Brian Cushion. Will Greer was on that Brian Cushion. Murph, I think LSU and UF have strong wide receiver courts that Auburn goes underlooked. I like Auburn's wide receiver core for real. Seth Williams can be on anyone's team. Anthony Schwartz, obviously fastest man in the country. Hastings, I like who's the senior guy there, the real old guy? The Eli Stove. I think Eli Stove is very much like a Van Jefferson type. Matthew Hill, they're very, very much so, right? It's the quarterback, right? Once he matures, man, All of that I'm mature. Jake Fromm about to do what he does versus top 10 teams in a couple of weeks. Show up and show out. They don't even use Stove. Exactly. I be feeling like that about Van Jefferson at Florida. I'm like, man, why is Van Jefferson not getting targeted 50 million times? He can't be stopped. He's too good of a route runner. Eli Stove is just very much like that with his route running. Somebody tweaking? Who's tweaking over here? Somebody tweaking? Greer was good. What you mean, man? Greer was beyond good. He was he was phenomenal. Will Greer, that dude was really good. Oh, the dude talking about Fromm. Oh, you tweaking, bro. That's what Fromm does. What are you talking about? You see what Fromm did to Alabama and all these teams? Do you know when Tyson Campbell returned? I don't know. I'll be asking the people that every week. DJ Daniel, man, look a little suspect out there. He caught a break going against Kentucky. Definitely need him to get better going against that Florida passing attack. A lot of people in Gainesville bought Free Willy shirts. Who gonna cover Pitts at Georgia? Man, Georgia actually is one of the teams that I think does have some people that they can throw out there on them. Uh-oh. Dang, Vicky, what you do? Man, Georgia has some guys that they can throw out there, man. I would like to see them throw out maybe like a Channing Tindall. And if they move Tyreek McGee, he might get roasted. Tyreek McGee was out there balling, man. I always forgot he was on the still on the team. Forget Greer, glad he left. We have Dan Mullen because of it. Damn, that's hard. But Tay Crowder, I would like to see what Tay Crowder can do against Kyle Pitts. At least from if they can mimic what my man from Jacob Phillips did from LSU. Remember in the second half when I showed that how they were pretty much boxing one of him. They were literally boxing him within the war zone or whatever like that. If they can get physical with Kyle Pitts like that, Tay Crowder's a big boy. He's a big athletic guy. But that'd be a good matchup right there, Tay Crowder. You just got to throw different looks at him. You're not going to stop Kyle Pitts, though, so that ain't going to be the move. Divide Campbell. Where's all the Divide Campbell people? You couldn't do anything with him without people talking about Divide Campbell last season. I don't hear people talking about Divide Campbell at Divide Wilson. I don't hear people talking about Divide Wilson at all. Any Divide Wilson people still left over? Crickets. Pitts is a beast. I just want to see him targeted more. Do you like Tony in the run game or pass game for the Gators? Both, man. He's like a Percy Harvin. He shouldn't be relegated to just one aspect of offensive football. Pitts is going to literally destroy him. Which one, Eddie Sewell? Literally, he's going to literally destroy him. Tony is a Swiss Army knife, to be honest. Trace's Divide has serious potential. Based upon what? Need Matt Landers to step up. Yikes. I mean, the same guy that literally running miscommunications and stuff like that, and people thinking that Jake Fromm just throwing picks. Matt Landers may not be that guy. All the talent in the world, but not putting it together, man. I ain't hating on Fromm. I'm a Florida fan. What you expect? I expect you to come in the top billing, man, and give some unbiased analysis. That's what this channel is built on. If you're being in here and you're just overly fan with it, we get you up out of here. That's what we do. I want to hear people actually, you not hear the spiel that I had about attracting real football heads and having great football conversation. I think you can literally go to any one of these channels, right? these mumble rap YouTubers. God, man, mumble rap YouTube. You can go to those guys' channels or whatever like that, and you can fan out all you want. I want a different kind of swagger up in here. Somebody's on you about your opinion? I mean, there's one thing about being a hater. There's another thing about just giving out actual analysis. You can still be a fan of your team and still be real about the situation. No one on Georgia team is not going to be able to take Pitts. All right, who calling the Paul Five show? This ain't Fanville, says Texla. This ain't Dr. Pepper Fansville. That last, I love them Dr. Pepper Fansville commercials. Then they got my man, the dramatic actor guy, the grill guy. He was delivering another A1 performance. He was genuinely ticked off that his girl was seeing another grill. Ty Billing got the YouTube game on lockdown, says Peter. Keep up the great work, Murph. Thank you. Alex, no one wants to call Paul show. Paul is the highest rated show in the country. A lot of people want to call him. There's a big difference. So that's why I say the Underground King, I want to attract this underground attention, right? Like a certain pocket of fans, a certain segment of fans, right? Paul Feinbaum got the Vanilla Ice type, right? Vanilla Ice sold 22 million, right? But is he better than like Nas or someone like that? I want to attract like the people who are Nas fans, I think are intelligent people or intelligent rap type people. Like, I want to have some intelligent football type people. Paul Feinbaum can have the 22 million Vanilla Ice style. No disrespect to Vanilla Ice though. That dude can spit. Murph's the best because it's actually tough to see. He's a huge. I'm confused by that Tyler Dixon. I think Tyler Dixon he's like Murph. Spaz out on me. What are we saying here, Tyler? What are we doing, Tyler? I think you may have stepped in it. Murph, can you be predictable on offense if you have the execution and talent? Yeah. You can be predictable on offense. We know what Stanford is going to do, but Stanford still doesn't, and I mean, you can't stop it. Think about the run game. A run game doesn't necessarily have to trick you. Run game is about execution. You can know that a play is coming in the run game, and you still can't stop it. That's the mark of a good team, right? Like I said before, if you know I'm going to throw haymakers like Deontay Wilder and you still can't stop me and I still knock you out, then what can you say about it? So maybe the passing game needs to have a little bit more creativity. It's a lower percentage play to pass the ball. You got to have more creativity in that. So I would like to see more creativity in the run game, but it's still ultimately about execution. I'm just talking about just across football in general. Look at Tebow. Couldn't stop him. Couldn't nobody stop that dude. Getting Solomon Kinley back was huge for Georgia last night, it looked like. Solomon Kinley did play against South Carolina. He was clearly compromised, though. What's up, D? Daniel D? Opinion on why they aren't getting Cook involved more. So this is the thing, right? I think that you guys are going to have to really step back and think about it. I hear I want more Cager. I want more Cook. I want more Zamir White. I want, like, you can't target 85,000 people unless you're running 100 plays. They're not running any type of heat tempo offense to where people can get extra touches. You know you still got to get the ball to Swift and Harrion, right? I mean, who you going to take when you say that? All right, who do you take the touches away from? That's what you always got to think, you know what I'm saying, to yourself. I want Cook to get more touches is what you say. So I would like for so-and-so to get the ball less. So who do you want to get the ball less? Murph, we're going to take all my money today. keep chatting. Keep chatting. But who y'all want him to take? Who do y'all want him to take away, man? Do you want less Swift carries? That seems dangerous. I would like to see Demetrius Robertson targeted more. But I do recognize the fact that means someone else won't be targeted. Gators tackling versus Georgia run game, definitely. And Donovan Steiner won't be that guy tackling. Shrey Patel? Are you related to Jal? But what's popping? Hopefully James Coley don't call conservative plays Well, if it's not raining, I'm pretty sure that he'll just do what he normally does. Should UGA pass more on first down? Yeah, UGA should definitely pass more on first down. But you guys were getting on Jim Chaney about that. Now you're asking the same question about James Coley. So it may not be them. It may just be Coach Smart. A lot of these guys don't want to get behind the chains. Someone like Coach Smart, right? He likes offense, but he loves defense. And he knows that a good defense is probably going to be complemented better by an offense that can stay on schedule and give his defense some rest at the very least. I have some evil people that keep blocking you because I think we have rules here. I don't know what to tell you. The rules state that you can't say the same thing a whole bunch of times. You can't cheerlead and stuff like that. I don't know what to tell you. Nah, he not Murph. Okay. Isn't that funny though, Jal, that he would have your name like that? Steven says Kirby is a micromanager. I had a whole spiel about that earlier. I had the quotes from a coach. This was a direct quote from a coach on the thing that says that man is hey, what did I say? I forget the quote now. I think it's almost time for me to get off here. My brain is starting to lag. All right, let's get it to 375. Let's go, y'all. Let's see if we get 400. All these people I've never seen before. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get it to 400. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you did. Hit that like button. Control freak. There you go. Yeah, that was the quote. I mean, so that man is a control freak, and he rubbed a lot of people on the staff the wrong way. But he's going to do that. I don't think Coach Smart cares. Coach Smart does not care about your feelings. He cares about winning football. He doesn't care about your feelings on the recruiting trail. He doesn't care about your feelings in the staff meeting. He's going to do what he has to do. And I told you before, I heard Coach Smart got them hands too. So if you want to see him with them hands, he'll welcome that. I heard Coach Smart, you know what I'm saying? He got that shoulder roll with it too. Coach Smart got good defensive. He got good fighting defense. He got the shoulder roll with it. He's like, what's up? What's up? Run up on Coach Smart if you want. If you don't have serious success this season, do you think he was willing to change? I think if people start putting pressure on him, so this is what needs to happen, right? If I'm y'all, all right, Jal, shout out to you as always, bro. If I'm y'all, man, start questioning it. People thought it was funny that I told you, I'm not totally sold on Coach Smart being any better than Coach Rick. First and foremost, that's not a slight to Coach Smart because I thought Coach Rick was very good. He's a very good football coach. He's a very good program manager as well. So while the X's and O's and the recruiting in this, not even the X's and O's, while the recruiting has ramped up with Coach Smart, is it a better product on the field? It definitely got to the national championship game. Kudos to that. But we've seen Rick, right? If that 2012 team had a playoff, wouldn't it have been in the playoff? Pretty sure it would have been in the playoff as well, and probably would have advanced to the national championship game too. So they've created very similar teams in that regard, or whatever like that. But can you just overly say that Georgia is a better product from an on-field standpoint than it was with Mark Richt? So if you start questioning that, that'll make a man have to change, right? You're gonna have to come and do something a little bit better, right, to really differentiate yourself from what Mark Richt was doing. I don't want to talk about the recruiting stuff with them dollar signs right there, Vicky. You're gonna get somebody in trouble. Yeah, get me in trouble. They won't get any more talented than they are. Exactly. How are you gonna get more talented than you are right now if you probably have the most talented team in the country? So now what changes? You're gonna have to come outside of yourself probably and do something that you don't want to do. Coach Saban did. You think Coach Saban wants to run these elementary school offensive concepts? There's no way he likes that. Look at Jeremy Pruitt. I should have did something about that. I heard Jeremy Pruitt with a quote, right? And he was like, something to the effect of like, yeah, Alabama's doing all this new stuff, but has it translated to any more national championships? I'm paraphrasing. Guys like Jeremy Pruitt and Coach Smart and Nick Saban, they don't care about this type of football. These are the type of football that these guys grew up, right? They're like, we can shut this type of stuff down. It's elementary school and all this and that. There's no way in hell Coach Smart cares about running what he's running right now. But he went outside of himself. You know he doesn't care about it. He sat there and bitched and complained about RPOs like 5 years ago, right? He took his time out in the SEC media days to talk about it and everything. Now he's doing it. He went outside of himself. Coach Smart is probably going to eventually have to go outside of himself. Thoughts on Jim Harbaugh? I like Jim Harbaugh, man. I don't know what you want me to say about Jim Harbaugh. I always like Jim Harbaugh. That's my guy. Clemson did it to Coach Saban. That's hard. That you may be onto something right there. What about Oklahoma? Oklahoma didn't do it to him? Or he was doing it with Oklahoma? But what happened, man, was he got a guy like Mike Locksley in the program when he was out of he needed someone to promote. He went outside of himself, right? He promoted Mike Locksley after Brian Daboll, or what was Dayball's name? Is he Brian Daboll? Guy used to coach at the Cleveland Browns. Mike Locksley's sitting there right there and was able to convince him, hey, look, I can get us to do this type of stuff, right? Very much like Oklahoma, very much like Penn State. We can start running this RPO stuff with the style of offense that we have, with the style of personnel. That shit fits the personnel perfectly, right? You see Coach Sark, right? He was doing a lot of the West Coast stuff. He's still doing a lot of that, but they've gone back to really doing a lot of the stuff that they were doing last year because it's so easy, because they have the personnel to run it. Michigan can't run this type of offense. They don't have Henry Ruggs. They don't have Devontae Smith. They have a bunch of bigger receivers that are meant to be more possession type guys, not literally run after the catch guys. You take them, they could take a 7-yard slant 90 yards and stuff like that. So Tennessee looked decent against Bama. Man, if Tennessee with that starting quarterback hadn't got hurt, not saying they would have won or anything like that, but they would have made it tough on them, especially with Tua being hurt. Eddie said it looks the same to me. It really does. So they didn't even want to get past that, right? So they wanted to come in and do more pro style concept with Steve Sarkisian, but they're like, run a lot of the same stuff that Mike Locksley was running, because people just couldn't stop that with us. After this season, do you think UGA should go after more dual threat guys? I think football is football, man. If you can play football, you can play it. They should just go after more better targets for their pocket passes if they want to go that way. But you can win all kinds of ways. It's not like Trevor Lawrence is the biggest dual threat quarterback we've ever seen, but he ran through football like a shit through goose last year. Ash is in the house. Ash, we're gonna call you 3 Ashes, since you wanted to put your name Ash up there and really drive it home that you want to be called Ash. Landers was a 3-star. Wasn't ever gonna happen, to be honest. Kirby didn't recruit 2017, 2018 receivers well. Didn't even get a tight end. Holloman was the only one to emerge. See, people are forgetting about that. Saban was getting Judy, Ruggs, Smith, CKS wasn't close. Exactly. Even a guy like Holloman, I don't think would play at Alabama with those guys that they have there. It's just a different way of operating. Good point, Ash. Ash, don't call me Liz. Yeah, she was on point. She's always on point, though. That's why I get mad that she don't comment on the Patreon. She's a member of the Patreon site. The Patreon people have been all silent. Mullen has some bug O lineman. What that mean? Bug O lineman? Oh, big O lineman. Mullen has big O lineman. Those guys look kind of light in the loafers to me, to be honest with you. You got a 270-pound center and stuff. Georgia has a big offensive lineman. The center's like 330. Good job, J.R. Fly. O lineman he recruited, bro. Didn't he recruit Richard Garage? Richard Garage like 245 pounds. What we talking about? D-Rob on a slant could be a house call. I know for sure it would be a house call because he was doing it at Cal. Yeah, J.R. Fly be on it. I like J.R. Fly. His addition to the wrench mob. Lego Joe says we need a blocking fullback. Who the hell is we, Lego Joe? There's 50 million teams represented in this one chat. I hate that. Why do people do that? Be specific. Who needs a blocking fullback? The Dogs. Yeah, I could say so. That helped out Coach Coley's offense at Miami. They had a legit blocking fullback. But that's clearly not what Coach Smart wants to do. Did they have one the first 3 years, right? They were just using random people. They didn't have no dedicated. They had one that was they could have got the kid went to Miami, right? He's from Pace Academy. He's a legit fullback. I forget what the kid's name was, but he would have been perfect at Georgia. But I don't think Coach Smart wants to use a fullback. Is Thad Moss a legit tight end? In the sense that I don't think he's a legit tight end because I think he's more of like an Irv Smith, right? He's a flex. He's a flex receiving target. I don't think you put Thad Moss in line to start blocking people. I don't think he would be. I don't think that would be good for him. But he's a good receiving target. I'll tell you that. The dude Nate McBride will make a good fullback. He was a fullback in high school. Said no one ever. He was a running back in high school. Well, then we don't have a blocking tight end. Ryan, who's we, man? Why y'all guys keep doing that? Thinking like your team is the only team represented up in here. Nobody know who your team is unless you say it is. Think about how many teams people are talking about. Or do you watch some NFL? There's not any type of football that I don't watch. I like the NFL more than I like college. Think about it. I mean, NFL, you get to see concepts that they couldn't even remotely think about doing in college. Oh, responding to what I said about Thad Moss. Blocking tight end. There's another tight end on the team, though. What's his name? Why would you need a blocking tight end? Do you not know your own system? There's no blocking tight ends in these systems. That's not what they do. Go to Penn State. Where are their blocking tight ends? You see Pat Fryermuth? This is the same system. They're running at Penn State. Still running that Joe Moorhead system. Pat Fryermuth is not blocking anybody. He's a pseudo. Same thing at Oklahoma, right? Pat Fryermuth at Penn State. Oklahoma with Grant Calcaterra and Austin Stogner. These guys are inside receivers. Irv Smith at Alabama last year, inside receiver. He's not blocking anybody. You'll let him block situationally, but he's not somebody you're going to count on. Oh, Pettigrew. Yeah, Pettigrew is made of glass. You blow on Pettigrew, he's injured. Pause. O.J. Howard did not play in that offense. What are people doing with themselves these days? O.J. Howard came after. He did not play in Mike Loxley's offense. He played in their regular pro-style offense with Lane Kiffin. I don't think anything about Auburn versus LSU besides the fact that we're going to get to that during the week. Make sure you check back in during the week. We're about to get it popping. Dang, we're at let's get it to 400. These dudes that Ragnar, whatever, all these dudes hit the like, the thumbs up button. I know y'all are new because y'all asking these new questions. Let's get it. Let's get the thumbs up, baby. Get it to 400. 400. I came to you on a Sunday. I never done this before. Let's go. And I'm 2 hours and a half in. And I'm supposed to be gone. Do you think LSU played a team that's all round? Oh, yeah. They played Florida. That's a great win. That's the best win to me of the entire season is LSU beating Florida. Isn't the spread for Auburn versus LSU less than it was for, I don't know nothing about spreads. Do you think Lincoln Riley will move on to the NFL? I don't know why you guys, I'm going to say this each time. I don't know Lincoln Riley. How will I know if he'll move on to the NFL? You're better off asking me, should he? And do I think he should go to the NFL? Man, I would like to see him stay and just become a great college player, at least win a national championship. He didn't even won a playoff game. Like, think about this. People be getting on some of these guys like Harbaugh and them. What playoff game has Lincoln Riley won? You got to actually do it. I would like to see him do that and then think about the NFL. He should stay in college and just master college, be a real great college coach. Daniel D, got to show some support. Stay up. Thank you, Daniel D. Yeah, that Texas win does not look that high for LSU anymore. Everybody either beating or getting to beat Texas. That's what I'm saying. You got to have more data. When you have more data right now, hell, to me, you can say Kansas probably played Texas a little better than even LSU did. Jaden Hazelwood or George Pickens right now? I'm going to have to go with Pickens. Auburn will slow the LSU run game down for sure. Hopefully, man. Florida had its best success. Well, it was slowed down for the most part, but then they had a gaff, man. That 80-something yard touchdown by P. Diddy P. Ryan. Jennifer Barty. Shouts to Jennifer Barty. Oh, we one away from 400. Who got the last one? Who gonna hit the 400 for your boy? Thanks, Aaron Pennington. Get the last 400. We in there. Let's keep it going though. Never satisfied, just like my mom. She's never satisfied. I think Jay Copeland's going to be a beast. What do you think? I've only had to talk about Jay Copeland 455,000 times. And you asked the same question 2 times. You on the edge, Artie. You know better than this. Yellow boy, I thought you already did this. How do you think Zuniga plays against UGA? Zuniga was busting UGA's ass last year. The only thing about that is I think if he's fine, he'll give big Cleveland, right? So what did I tell y'all? Y'all was arguing about me talking about Zuniga was an edge player, and he clearly is a 5 technique, right? He's not standing up in their 3-4 alignment. He's a 5 technique. He has his hand in the dirt as a defensive end. Him going against Ben Cleveland, curtains for Ben Cleveland. They have to double that guy. So then that's when you would give single attention to one of your edge players, right? So I think even with single attention, Jeremiah Moon is not going to do anything with it. But Grenard would. I would like to see Grenard and Zuniga on the same side. That would be hard. JJ says, I think Steel Chambers has a bright future at OSU. You're damn Skippy. Rubber Band Richard progressed any this season, in your opinion? No. Like, the fact that you had to ask at lets you know that he didn't progress. Coach K getting antsy because I ain't calling back yet. He don't understand. Chad says, thanks for the content. Thank you. Chris still went to USC. I ain't hear nothing from him. Do you watch USC though? I think Chris Steele's a starter, isn't he? Khalil Tate is slept on. Is he? Did he in the Arizona loss? I saw that what's his the young quarterback that they got there from the 2019 class. I saw him play. Yeah, he start. Okay. 2 contrasting styles, UF, UGA, good matchup. Can't wait for it, man. I wish it was this weekend. Jaden Daniels, that's ASU. The Arizona kid is I forget his name. He was a very popular quarterback during this cycle. I think he was originally rated higher than Bo Nix. Please 58-92 get healthy. And man, I like the time that Chris Bogle got. I keep telling you boys about Chris Bogle. I think that's one of my young favorite edge players in the game, Chris Bogle. He looks the part too, man. How much did Chris Bogle weigh coming to Florida? Florida's strength and conditioning coach did a good job with him. I'll rephrase this. Florida scored a single touchdown with intention-based set of plays. Other than that, late 4th quarter against backups. I don't think so. What the hell is this dude talking about? Uh-oh. Coach K getting on Dave Aranda. I'm gonna see what he's talking about right here. He's sending me text messages. What do y'all think? How good of a job do y'all think Dave Aranda is doing? Grant Gunnell. Yeah, there you go. Grant Gunnell. Yeah. Everybody wanted him from Texas, right? Did you watch that first half against LSU? Me? Did I watch it? It was on at the same time as another game. I think I was just going back and forth. Get Coach K on the live stream. I'm pretty sure he'll hop on one day. UGA hasn't allowed a rushing touchdown this year. Wow, something gotta give. Or they can just keep it up, right, Nakia? Blue Diamond Gym. Is Kenneth Murray a top 3 linebacker in college? Yes. I like the Micah Pittman kid from Penn State. Who's faster, Micah Pittman or Kenneth Murray? Both them boys blazing fast. I'll get Coach K on for sure. Coach K is not coming on though during the season. He's 1,000% concentrating on his kid up at Texas. LSU started slow, but played a phone booth game to start with Mississippi State. Needed that with what awaits next week. Auburn. I can dig it. Jalen Ramsey balling right now against Julio. Damn, I totally forgot the Falcons on. That's why I definitely will be getting on that as soon as I live up. Man, in the summertime, man, we're about to have all these dope ass topics, right? So the live stream, make sure you get your checkbooks out. Then live, we're gonna have them dope ass. Which team? I'm not gonna give my stuff away, man, because I know everybody's watching. All these dudes to be having these channels, they are all on my channel. Subscribe, watching, lurking. That receiver Penn State can burn. Yeah, KJ Hamler. That dude is the truth. Man, I wish my Penn State content would have popped off during the offseason. Do you see David Reese as an upper tier second round pick? Nah, I don't think he'll have the speed and all that to be a second round pick. He'll be more of I would pick him more in the mid round, but even with him being picked in the mid rounds, he's still going to shine like you wouldn't believe because he's just a damn good football player. His instincts are phenomenal. Hold on. All right, where we at? 5 more minutes. I thank you, everybody, for participating up in this bad boy. I like how people always judge, you know what I'm saying, from everything from me getting on trolls. What about the 50,000 other people that I'm cool with? Maybe he says, what you sipping on? What type of question is that, bro? It's clearly water. Drew Brees. Is Zimmer dude strange or is he weird? You pick. If Florida beats UGA, they will out recruit Georgia. Not a chance. Florida's not out recruiting Georgia. I don't think so. They Daniel said Murphy's on that exotic orange juice. That's that exotic orange juice right there. Now that's that erotic coconut milk I'm on. No, I don't see Florida out recruiting Georgia. They're not. I don't know about that. You might be a better product on the field, maybe a better team on the field and all this and that, but Georgia's recruiting just on a different level. They're not set up to rock like that. I want to see them recruit better though. Dan Mullen is a damn good recruiter though. He's definitely a damn good recruiter. But Georgia is probably the best recruiting conglomerate in the country. This is a big difference. Georgia's a national brand. Georgia's no more of a national brand than Florida is. I don't understand why people always say that. Georgia intentionally goes out and recruits nationally, but to be a national brand, that would mean everybody, no matter what, is always talking about you. People care about you, and you know what I'm saying? Like I would say it's turning into that, but why would it be any more of a national brand than Florida? Florida has had iconic players, won national championships very recently, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all, Georgia's defense is much better than you think. I'm pretty sure there's nobody on here that said that Georgia's defense wasn't good. I think you literally came in here and started talking to yourself, David. Like nobody didn't say anything. Everybody's talking about Georgia's offense, but I'm pretty sure everybody's under the same impression that Georgia's defense is definitely pretty good. This man up here schizophrenic like a mama jump, ain't he? What was the thing with the dude who had he was talking to himself? What was it? Split? Split. This is that dude from Split. Ryan Thomas says Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, LSU, USC, Michigan, Florida are all more national brands than Georgia. There's no debating that Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, USC, and Michigan are, and I would argue Florida as well. LSU, I don't see LSU being more of a national brand than Georgia. I would say that they're pretty much on the same plane. But Texas, Alabama, and Ohio State, those are national brands. Michigan, Those are the brands that people will be from Timbuktu, Idaho, or something like that, and they're Michigan fans. It's just one of those with a ton of history to it. All right, Southern Buck. Trey says recruiting wise, well, they're literally going out and targeting these kids nationally. They don't even have to. They literally don't have to leave the state of Georgia, but they just intentionally going out and recruiting from all around the country. Notre Dame. Definitely forgot Notre Dame. I want to know who the hell Vanderbilt going to hire if they fire. Who cares? Vanderbilt's set up to never win. I wish they would let Vanderbilt go to another conference, to be honest with you. Probably be easier on them. Who would you trade Vanderbilt for out of the SEC? They've already done the first SEC coach fired thing 50 million times, my man. Dang, J.R. Fly timed him out. I'm confused by that, J.R. J.R.'s one of them cops. He's the kind of cop that you don't want to run up on. Clemson, a national brand. I would say with the recent success, Clemson is definitely trending towards being a national brand. Miami is definitely a national brand, and so is Florida State. These teams have long histories to it. These people be in Oakland, California, claiming to be Miami fans. That's what I'm talking about. That's a national brand. Ohio Day. They already said Ohio State. Trade Clemson for Vanderbilt. Man, I don't know if Clemson want to get down like that. That would be dope though. Trade FSU for Vandy. That would be hard. LSU has an odd amount of fans north. It's because you're an LSU fan. Everybody's gonna say that. Everybody Tennessee gonna say the same thing. Everybody gonna say that. But you know damn well when people pop up in California, and just like regular people, I'm not talking about people who are fans of a team and then they move somewhere. People that have no allegiance to these teams or whatever like that. Go look at all these people who claim to be Alabama fans. People in Hawaii, people in Washington, and like they have no allegiance, no uncertain terms about it, but they're fans of this team. Mason is a good coach. Yeah, he is, man. I think he was dealt a bad hand, but I'll tell you what, he would be a hot commodity, I would think, on the defensive side of the ball. I'd like to see Derek Mason go to Texas. They need a good defensive coordinator. Clemson has a big advantage of getting in the playoffs. That it does. Now they do, but nobody said that when they was first starting off with that. It was hard to get by FSU and Miami and teams like that, or the teams that were popping at the time. Trade Vandy for Clemson. Trade Vandy for Virginia. Who else would you trade Vandy for? Dude, people are going to talk about every school. You can say that Virginia probably has fans everywhere. Like, come on, man, you're being too close to the situation. LSU is not popping like a Notre Dame or something like that. LSU is a great football team that's going to have fans everywhere, no doubt. But you can't compare its LSU to like a USC West, USC Trojans. Those are national brands. When I did the thing about the teams, I said something like, I think LSU is like maybe a high regional team, but USC, Alabama, and all these teams, these people in Asia be like, I'm a Alabama fan. I'm like, man, you ain't never heard of Alabama before Nick Saban got there. Vandy for Tech. I don't know. That seems like the same exact school. Like that would seem like nobody would gain anything for that. Vandy for UCF. Need more national champs. Vandy is Georgia Tech. I don't see what the difference is. Let's trade out Texas A&M instead. Nah, man, you got to have the Texas teams in there. That's what was cool about Texas A&M coming to the SEC was that now we get to see all of these Texas football players play within the footprint. The actual Texas for Vandy, wow. That would be hard. Trade Arkansas for Texas. Trade Mizzou. I wouldn't trade Mizzou, man. Mizzou won the SEC East twice. Texas A&M and Texas rivalry back. They don't need to be in the same conference for that to happen. Can't get rid of Archie. Archie's a team that I would like to see Archie in the Big 12, to be honest with you. I think his footprint fits better in the Big 12. I always thought that. Arkansas would go hard in the Big 12. I know, right? You're going to trade Mizzou out. It just got in. Arkansas for Oklahoma. That would be hard. But I would like to see Arkansas versus Oklahoma in the Big 12. Aren't they natural border rivals? Definitely can't trade Tennessee. Don't do that to Tennessee. Tennessee is one of the heart and souls. Tennessee is a team, like whatever that dude is talking about, Ryan Thomas is talking about with LSU, that's what Tennessee is and was. Tennessee had a very big national footprint for a moment there. It was one of the more successful teams in the country. Hell, Ryan Thomas is the one that said that. Get up out of here, Ryan Thomas. Ryan Thomas is on coca. He's on that erotic coconut milk. Let's stay east of the Mississippi River. Come on. Oklahoma in the SEC, that would be hard. That would be hard. But you'd have to put them in the West. That would be the most stacked division ever. Maurice back. Alabama will definitely run the ball more with Tua being hurt, especially against Arkansas. Is Arkansas even in the South? I asked, was Oklahoma in them? The people got mad at me. The Oklahoma people got mad at me because I called it Midwest. They was like, we're in the South. I was like, man, all your people that y'all talk about and that you hang with seems to be Midwest people to me. Houston, that's a good pick. I'd love to see that. If Houston came to the SEC, that would be hard. I would want another Texas school. That would be hard to have more and more Texas talent. People always talk about how great Texas is as a state. A&M and Houston. That would be hard. But who would you get rid of? Arkansas? Texas prefers the Pac-12. I ain't mad at that either. Oh, get Baylor in there and get Arkansas out? Baylor over Houston? I kind of like Houston, man, just because they can get that local talent. So now that local Houston talent will want to stay home because it's in a SEC. Think about if Houston would have kept Tyree Cleveland and all these guys that we know are from the H-Town and what it could do, right? It wouldn't have no reason to not like Houston because Houston would be in the SEC. North Carolina, no in-state competition. That's pretty dope. Does it have a good media footprint? I still think they should move an SEC West school to the east. Yes, and that SEC West school should be Auburn. I always thought Auburn should be in the SEC East. I would love to see that. Would nothing really stop? You could still play Alabama every year, and then you still get to play Georgia. Swap Mizzou and Auburn, that would be hard. Mizzou probably don't want that work, though. Houston lost Todd, though. I don't know how relevant they'll be in the future. Todd Herman? You do know they have Dana Holgerson, right? And that dude is beating all kinds of teams all throughout the country at West Virginia. It will be just fine. Missouri in the West and Auburn in the East. Man, I don't know why they don't make that happen. Why wouldn't they make that happen? Makes sense, man. UF and Auburn are 4 hours away from each other. They are UF's closest SEC school. No reason for them being. Yep. And Auburn and UGA, what, hour and a half away from each other? Makes sense, man. I don't know why. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Why is Missouri in the West and Auburn? I mean, Missouri in the East and Auburn in the West. I hate tradition. I hate that tradition stuff. Uh-oh. All right, y'all think I've overrun my stay? I don't think wifey's not liking what's going on right about now. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. This was fun, man. I like the Sunday morning thing. I can't say that I can do it every Sunday. This was definitely a good one right here. So I had a little bit of time. So shout outs to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all was bringing it today. I love the actual pertinent questions. And I love it when y'all hold each other accountable, right? Coach K said that these teams aren't holding each other accountable, but we hold each other accountable in here, right? So with that being said, man, I'll see you guys later. I'm not sure when I'll come back. I'm not sure if I'll do the Tuesday show. I'll be back later in the week for sure. We got some pretty decent matchups too, so we can get back to really getting into those matchup type live streams. But beyond the live streams, make sure if you're looking at this, make sure you're on the content on the channel, man. I'd give up the live stream stuff. Obviously, I've only been doing it about a month or so. This channel is based around film studies. Check the content out. Then come and ask your questions. Don't come in here just because you see a live stream. Please don't do that. It's irritating. I want to talk about the content. And I want to talk about pertinent stuff. All right. But make sure you hit that one. If you're in here, man, hit that like, that thumbs up button. What are we doing here, man? This should be at 425. 425. Give me the thumbs up. I hear everybody. Shout outs to Daniel. Shout outs to Nakia. Shout outs to ABC. Shout outs to JC, Jonathan Keynes. Shout outs to Ryan Thomas, even though he's, you know what I'm saying, he was on that erotic coconut milk. Shout outs to Daniel. Shout outs to Yellow Boy, even though he already hit the thumbs up. But what are you doing, Yellow Boy? You on that? You going off that erotic coconut milk? Let's go. Let's get it. 425. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me know if you did. Coach K really getting angry. I got to go. That man, Yellow Boy, said he's full of perks. What that mean? That sound like you got Stevie in your tank, bro. What you mean you full of perks? Shout out to Chad. Murph can't leave until 425. I can't. I need 5 more. I can't leave until I need 4 more. Let's go. Let's get it to 425. Levi done it. Come on, y'all. Oh, y'all trying to make me stay. Come on, let your boy go. Let's go. If you in here, you watching this, you lurking, just go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I know you lurking. Just like the dude. He said that, oh, I hate you. You're a tool, but I always watch you. Yella is on them drugs, man. That's that coconut milk getting to his head. Burnt out and gone off coconut milk. Erotic coconut milk at that. Let's go. 1 more. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Then we do the tagline. Then we out, baby. Let's watch some football. Make sure y'all watch some NFL football, y'all, so y'all can see some real NFL concepts. I know y'all tired of watching these damn slants, these 1-yard slants every day. David Pless says coconut milk, huh? Told you this David Pless dude came in. He was gone. He was schizophrenic and talking to him. So he don't know what's going on. He ain't never been on the channel before. Don't you hate when people come to the channel and shit been going on way before them and they don't know what's going on and they confused? Let's go. Let's hit the thumbs up button. Let's get it. They got David Pless out of here. Damn, there we go. 425. All right, y'all. I just need 10. What more can I say? Split. That split was funny. Y'all watch that movie? Ryan with the top billing, 2, Young Coke, Chad Taylor. Oh, no, Chad Taylor's struggling. Chad Taylor on that going out there, woody too. He cheerleading. We don't need cheerleaders here. Cheerleaders get timed out. So what we got? Ryan Thomas, Young Coke, Daniel D, ABC, Santee, JR Fly. JR Fly, you struggling, bro. You gotta do the regular thing too as well. Levi. Yellow Boy wants me to break down split. We already broke it down. It was David Pless. He had that split part. He came in here talking to himself. He was arguing with himself too. Lil Dub in the building. Tyler Dixon in the house. JR Fly, David Sullivan, and we are out. Thank you. Appreciate it, everybody.